you know, a little bit personal.
Uh-oh, they say we're spinning. What the heck is going on? And it says there's 0
Oh,
people in chat.
looks good here. How about how's the audio?
No, they say we're
Uh-oh.
spinning over in YouTube land. Let me see.
I
Hope says
think
she
you got
blames Graw.
that.
Says
All
one
right.
person watching now. I'm watching it. And it says there's 0
Oh,
people in chat.
it
Looks
reset.
good here. How about
Did it
how's the audio?
restart it? It restarted the show, apparently, I guess.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Oh,
I wonder
really?
why.
It couldn't have been anything I said because I didn't say anything. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that.
I've been doing that. I've seen YouTube's been doing that. I've been watching for like the past hour and a half, and everybody's been dropping out and popping back up. So
Okay. Hi,
they're doing
Indico.
stuff.
Hi, Josephine. All right, and real quick, everybody keeps telling me, Eddie, you need to press charges. Well, number one, I don't press charges on like Patriots and also stupid stuff. And when I say Patriots about Josh, I'm saying a Patriot. There's a difference.
P-A-Y.
Yeah, Patriot. Okay. And this weekend, I even told people on Friday, even when I was there Saturday, I said, you know what? As long as Josh doesn't come near me, because I heard he was going to come near me, I won't do anything. I even had the shirt hiding in my backpack because I wasn't going to bring it up unless he said something to me. So he's the one that came up to me. He came into my face.
Play his part. Hey, that's a cool shirt, but
Yeah.
it looks a little gay.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's you. So he wouldn't sign the shirt, and right after he saw the shirt, he slapped me in the head. And he came to me, he said, Eddie, do you have a problem with me? And I said, yeah, I do. I don't like you sitting there making shows about me and not giving me a chance to defend myself. And then he's like, well, you're the one saying you're going to come to my house. I'm like, I never said I'm going to go to your house, Josh. Number
Never
one,
said that.
I don't even know where he lives anymore. I have been to his old house. We were good friends for a long time. But he decided that his show was more important. He's a backstabber is what he is. He talks shit about me on his show so he could get some views. And now he says, well, my show's better than Eddie's show. That's why he's jealous. I'm not jealous of you, Josh. I'm not jealous of you at all, to be honest with you.
I'm glad to see this cooler weather.
Nice.
I heard it's
Yeah,
supposed to warm
I'm-
right back up, though. I don't know how
Get
soon.
some.
Sure nice to have a
Thank
little
you,
break.
Digga.
Yeah.
Of
So
course,
you're
last week
Okay,
when it
I
was
gotta
hot,
mute. I gotta mute
Mike.
Gra for a second because he's sitting there talking to a server. Gosh darn it, Gra. But yeah, so and he tapped me on. He just how when you say goodbye to somebody, well, guys do this when the
You still hear draw.
I muted him so they shouldn't. You have to mute him yourself. So when men are talking to each other and they're like, hey, what happened, drunk? You can still hear him or you can't hear me. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Thor. So when two men are out there and they're like, you're having a conversation, you're like, all right, talk to you later. You do the talk to you later, bud. Right? That's a normal thing guys do. That's all Josh did. I think he's done talking to a server. I can unmute him now, I think. Carl, are you done talking to your server? Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was
Hey, Christy. Hello,
muted.
Christy. And so the reason why I'm not going to press charges, number one, why press charges? Number two, because then you know what he's going to do? He's going to go on his show. Eddie pressed charges on me. He talks all this shit. He won't fight me, and then he calls the cops on me. So then he's going to act like he's the bigger man. So why do that? And then he's going to get more hours. And if I do call the cops on him, you know what's going to happen then? Then he's going to be like, hey, everybody, I need money so I can pay for my lawyer because Eddie Block filed charges against me. So why would I do that? Weird girl, you can...
Some was asking about glove size. If I wear gloves at all, they will be 4-ounce gloves. They are just going to be knuckle covers, basically. Because we all know I do jujitsu, so...
I say just do... I want to see a bit... Oh, wait, you know what would be even better? Lately...
I said if I wear gloves.
Lately, we've been watching late at night now the slap fight contest. Maybe we should do a slap fight contest.
Slap Mountain.
right?
Today on Slap Mountain,
We'll do a slap fighting contest.
versus the Cookie Man.
All right, so everybody is saying that it was more than, or it's not everybody. Some people are saying it's more than a tap. I'm gonna put the video up right now. Hold on a second, and I'm gonna show you in 360 so you can actually see his hands and where they were. Google Chrome.
And then pull up the video of Nate Diaz stalked and slapped Dana White, and tell me which one is a bitch slap or a slap from a bitch.
All right, hold on.
Maybe that's the way we ought to reword that. You didn't get bitch slap, you got slapped from a bitch.
Somebody was asking for someone in Sacramento to make a police report on Josh. Why? Why? If you make a police report on Josh, he's just going to use it to beg for more money, guys. That's all he's going to do, right?
If you do that, then Eddie's got to interact with the cops, and they're like, you know.
Yeah, and then I got to go to court, right?
Fucking court, get a lawyer.
Yeah. All right, so here this is a real quick clip of the video, guys. This is from my 360 camera, and I think after this, I don't think we need to discuss this anymore, do we? I think we're done with Josh. We're not going to waste our time with this guy.
Absolutely.
All right, so look. Well, I would show it if, you know, girl, now I see why Hope gets mad at you and wants you to shut up all the time. All right, here it is, guys. So you can actually see the touching.
You got on live stream and said you're gonna come to my house.
I never said I was gonna go to your house.
I got the fucking video.
So he says, I got the video, Eddie. I'm like, well, then show it to me. He's like, I'll show it to you tonight. Watch my show. He didn't even do a show that night. He still hasn't showed the video. Show it to me, Josh.
Oh, show it to me. I will. Watch the live stream tonight.
Want to sign this for me?
Oh, look how gay that is.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt. You want to sign it for me?
Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah. That was it, folks. That's all he did. It was a real quick nothing tap.
Oh, show it to me. I will. Watch the live stream tonight.
Want to sign this for me?
Oh, look how gay that is.
Yeah, it's a nice shirt. You want to sign it for me?
Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah.
Wow. Just got bitch slapped like a coward.
I got bitch slapped? I didn't get bitch slapped, bro. Yeah, you say any bitch slap. You're a pussy, Josh.
He was the one laying there, right? Yeah.
Let's
You just said you bitch slapped me.
let's go take a walk.
Oh, you can't hear because of the music. So right there, he said, come on, Eddie, fine, and let's go across the street. Let's go, turn your camera off right now and let's go across the street. And I said, okay. And then, so I say okay, because you guys know me. I never back down from a fight, and watch what happens. Look, he takes off. I said okay, and he took off. So, and then he went after Weird Girl and her husband.
Jesus is coming. Hey, it's not a joke.
There you go. Let's see. He said I stalked his house. I don't even know where he lives anymore, Randy. Me and him used to be poker in a poker club. Once a month we would have poker at each other's house. So he's been to my house at least once. I've been to his house like 2 or 3 times, and that was his old house. I don't even know his new house. Why didn't you report it to the cops instead of going crying to Weird Girl? I didn't go crying to Weird Girl. I went over and talked to her. I'm not crying at all, guys. And you know what? Meet the K. You're just an Oreo follower.
Well, obviously we have a Oreo supporter in here. I hope they were here for my proposition earlier. Please relay that to him. Josh can check his phone, and he can easily get in contact with me.
Oh shit! Hold on, it's not. Let me go.
Yeah, whoever said that, don't kick them out. You know what? We don't.
Oh no, we don't kick people out of this channel. Everybody knows that. Nobody gets kicked out.
But yeah, I go in there and say, hey, I've been on your show for 3 minutes, and you asked me for money already. And he's like, oh, I guess you gotta go.
Well, because that's all he does anymore is ask for money.
You'll notice that he never asked for money, but I sure will if you guys can afford to pitch in and help support the channel. It's always appreciated, you know.
Yeah. that word girl, she says I didn't go crying to her. I didn't. I walked over there because I know weird girl. Actually, what happened after that, if you watched my video, as soon as that happened with Oreo, I went over to my friends and I took about 10 or 15 pictures in front of the Capitol. That's what I did.
He went over it. Was it after he talked with you that he got into weird girl friends?
Yeah.
I was like, you know, dude, yeah, I mean, it seems like if everybody hates you, what's the common denominator, you know?
Yeah. You know, but anyways.
Anyway, on to the fun stuff. I heard Hope went to the fair yesterday.
Hope went to where yesterday? What's up from Hank?
Fair.
Really? What fair?
I don't know. She said she was at the fair yesterday. We were doing something. She was at the fair.
Okay, get some. That would be nice. Send it to me. Interesting. Well, anyway, so I had to go prepare for surgery today. That's why we didn't do our little morning show. And so I'm over there they have to do like a whole bunch of blood work, you know, before you have surgery. So the nurse comes over, right? And I wasn't wearing the shirt. And she goes to give me to take blood. So, you know, they lift up your shirt. She rolled up my sleeve. And all of a sudden, she goes like this, and she starts rubbing my Proud Boy tattoo. And then she gives me a dirty old look. And I'm like, uh-oh. So she jabbed me pretty good. You know, normally the nurses are real nice and just put, oh, no, not this nurse. All of a sudden, it was bam. And, I'm used to it anyway, so I don't care, right? And then instead of she had a blue tourniquet, or whatever you put, afterwards, whatever they call it to hold the blood from coming out. So she gave me a pink one. I was like, doesn't bother me nothing. Yeah, but just because she saw Proud Boys tattooed on my arm, she did that to me. I thought that was funny.
Hey, living the life, bro. Living the life.
Right.
People complain about bikers. Bikers are like, the cops are always bugging me. I'm like, dude, you're wearing you're rocking colors.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way, Paul Briegel. Thank you. Randy says to get her a Slurpee. Oh, he already went in there. Oh yeah, I definitely. Oh, you know what? And what's funny is this nurse. She was like Coke bottle stat. I mean, she had the nice big booty and she was gorgeous too. I love nurses. Don't you like nurses, Drunk Uncle?
Yeah.
I've got a thing for nurses. So yeah.
Talking about those scrubs.
Oh yeah. And I tried to before she saw my tattoo, I was like, oh, because she had the little sticker here. I was like, is that really a Grey's Anatomy scrubs? And the sticker was like right near her booty, and I did it on purpose so I could look at her booty while she was watching me look at her booty. She's like, yeah, they are, and she's like, do you like them? But she was married. What guy doesn't like nurses? Your nurse is very hot, like 150 pounds, very fit. You didn't get his name. Wasn't his name Josh? I think his name is Josh. Get some. Anyways, did you hear they're gonna finish building the wall now in Arizona?
Yeah, they're not going to finish. Let me be clear. They're going to fill it in.
Oh, Gissam says his name was Bend Over. All right, well, I'm going to show you guys real quick. Let's go back to this one. Peter Ducey, you got to love the guy, right?
Why is the Biden administration building a border wall in Arizona?
So we're not finishing the wall. We are cleaning up the mess the prior administration left behind in their failed attempt to build a wall. And I just want to be very, very clear here. On day one, we returned the money, the $8 billion the prior administration took from our military. We gave that back to the military for military families, for schools, for bases. That's what that money was being used. That's what it was taken away from. And so again, what we're doing is cleaning up the mess.
Yeah,
that
they're
the
just
prior
cleaning up the
administration has
mess.
done.
But President Biden, when he was a candidate, said there will not be another foot of wall constructed in my administration. So what changed?
We are not finishing the wall.
If walls work in that part of Arizona, is this the administration trying to get migrants to cross somewhere else, like in Texas? What is the plan?
We are not finishing a wall. We are cleaning up the mess that the prior administration made. We are trying to save lives. This is what the prior administration left behind that we are now.
Walls
How are they
save
saving?
lives.
How is building a wall
By
saving a
finishing the
life?
wall.
Walls
Is this-
save
We are not
lives.
finishing.
Walls
By
save
filling
lives.
in, finishing,
We are not finishing the wall.
by filling in, is this racist? Because in 2019, when the former guy was proposing a wall, you said that it was his racist wall. So how is this any different? I'm just having a hard time understanding how this is any different.
I'm not even sure how you get to your first question to.
Time.
Think so.
Did I catch it in time?
Yes. I do believe you did.
Well, let's see. I just typed in there. Are we back, guys? Are we back? Are we back? Let me know if we're back.
We here.
We're there? All right, cool. So then, now I got to reset all the parameters I had for this thing all over again. Damn you, Streamlabs. There we go. Okay. Let me at least press... Let's finish playing this. Yes, we are live. Okay, we're back. Good. Good. All right, we got to start this over because I love Peter Ducey. And Gra, I'm going to turn you down for a second because that air conditioner is driving me nuts. You're closed off, Gra. Not my fault.
We are cleaning up the mess the prior administration left behind in their failed attempt to build a wall. And I just want to be very, very clear here. On day one, we returned the money, the $8 billion the prior administration took from our military. We gave that back. To the military,
And you
for
put it
military
all in
families,
the
for
pocket
schools,
of
for
Joe
bases.
Biden and Hunter
That's
Biden.
what that money was being used. That's what it was taken away from. And so again, what we're doing is cleaning up the mess that the prior administration has done.
But President Biden, when he was a candidate, said there will not be another.
Look at the
foot of
lady
wall
next to him. Watch him.
constructed in my
She'll start giving
administration.
Peter Ducey.
So what changed?
We are not finishing
look.
the wall.
If walls work in that part of Arizona, is this the administration trying to get migrants to cross somewhere else, like in Texas? What is the plan?
We are not finishing a wall.
Wayne.
We are cleaning up the mess that the prior administration made. We are trying to save lives. This is what the prior administration left behind that we are now cleaning up.
By finishing the wall, is this
We are not finishing the wall.
by filling in, finishing,
We are not finishing the wall.
by filling in? Is this racist?
I love Peter Ducey.
Because in 2019, when the former guy was proposing a wall, you said that it was his racist wall. So how is this any different? I'm just having a hard time understanding how this is any different.
I'm not even sure how you get to your first question to this question that you just asked me. I will say this: a
What's
border
the
wall.
difference?
I'm answering your question. A border wall is ineffective use of taxpayer dollars. So it's ineffective of taxpayer dollars that actually went to the military that the last administration, the prior president, took from the military, which took away from schools, which took away from military bases.
Right in the code.
That's what that money that he pulled away from to build this wall that he wanted, that is ineffective, by the way, which I just said. Just recently, CBP reported that new bollard fencing along the southwest border was breached 3,272 times between fiscal year of 2019 and 2021, requiring $2.6 million in repairs. It's ineffective. We are not finishing a wall. We are cleaning up the mess that the last administration made. Okay.
So then cut your losses. Cut your losses.
Wouldn't cleaning up being like bringing a truck and loading the trash, taking it away?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I would call cleaning up. Hold on, Graw. I'm going to unmute you now. Oh, wait, Graw left.
Building.
No, not building at all. No. That would be like
We know
cleaning
she
up.
doesn't like anything wrecked.
Yeah. No, cleaning up the mall, or cleaning up the wall, cleaning up the mess would be, going down there, getting all the materials left on the job sites, taking down the fences, covering up the dirt holes, and getting the F out of there. But that's not what they're doing, folks. They are actually finishing the wall.
Gotta recycle, too.
Oh, yeah, you got to recycle, right? That's all, like they're definitely finishing the wall. And she's like, well, the wall was breached this many times. Well, do you know how many times it would have been breached if the wall wasn't there? Why, if walls don't work, why is there a wall completely surrounding the White House? Why is there a fence around the White House? Why does Nancy Pelosi have a wall around her house? I've seen it. I watched my buddies jump over it and claim Sanctuary City. And then they got a ticket.
Speaking of Pelosi, did you catch on the Crowder at the very beginning?
I don't want to know. I saw a picture, yes. Are you going to bring up the picture?
Well, I think there was a picture, but he said, Pelosi's got some big old jugs.
Yeah. On the beach. I think he said, Pelosi got some big old jugs on the beach. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Well, Drunk Uncle, you've always wanted to know if they're fake or not. Or you're pretty sure they're fake.
They're definitely fake. And I'm sure she takes her bra off. It just looks like a couple softballs in a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Why are we talking about Nancy Pelosi's boobs? You guys... And are you guys happy? I'm so happy I wore my shirt today. Are you guys happy the Crowder's back? We all missed him.
I am.
I missed him.
And so Landau is dyeing his mustache. We noticed this, right?
I don't know. I listened to it while I was driving today, so I don't know what they had on camera because I had to go to the doctor.
His mustache is like dark brown or black. And remember whenever he was on Tim Pool, and I was like, oh, he's growing his mustache out. It was gray. Now it's black.
Well, what's wrong with that? It's not like he's getting freaking injections or nothing like that.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about it, too.
Nomad brings up a good point. Nomad said those are really just bags of vodka. That's how she sneaks it everywhere she goes. That's good.
She's really flat chested. She's just wearing tits with a half gallon of fucking Grey Goose in her.
Yeah, if you ever see a straw going into her like her boob area, that's not her just saving a straw for later. That's her. Yeah. Well,
and maybe they have like feeding like directly into her, so maybe like whenever we think she's trying to keep her dentures in her mouth when she's doing it.
Oh, you think she's got a button in her mouth that just automatically shoots vodka into her mouth?
Yeah, like feeding vodka. So she's not actually trying to keep her teeth in her mouth. She's just getting her.
So it's like those people that have a pain pump. She has a vodka pump.
Yeah.
Instead of morphine, she gets vodka.
So she doesn't go through withdrawals after 5 minutes of not having.
Hopes that she hasn't eaten yet. We need to shut the F up. Oh, I'm just having a small surgery. It's not even really a surgery. They call it a surgery. I don't call it the surgery. I've been getting a lot of urinary tract infections. So they want to do like some scope work. They want to stick a camera up and go into my bladder. It's like a colonoscopy except for the front. And every time I have a surgery, you get you get a catheter and it gives you in and cut all the scar tissue out. It's nothing bad. It's going to suck for a couple days because I'll have to have a catheter for like 3 days, they said, or something like that. I don't know.
Robot.
I'm roboting. Okay, hold on. Let me close out Discord. Shut up with your robot shit.
I was just telling you sound like...
All right. How does this sound now? Does it sound better? I don't know. Discord's been doing that. I've had to go in and out of Discord a lot over the weekend. Fucking Discord.
Huh.
But is it gone now?
Yeah, just make sure everything else is going.
Just push the vodka button and get some vodka. All right, let's see what's first up on the news. There was some breaking news today, right when I was looking up the news.
Turn your camera on.
Oh yeah, every time I leave, drunk has to see my face. He likes my face.
Breaking tonight, the news that Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri
We gotta go into this one.
Is likely to have major implications in the Middle East.
So I guess
and throughout the terrorism community in the Middle East. Correspondent Trey Yanks joins us now from our Middle East bureau. Reaction there? Any early reaction?
The whole video.
Trey?
Yeah, Brett, good evening. Ayman al-Zawahiri, the leader of al-Qaeda, killed in a U.S. drone strike, according to American officials, the successor to Osama bin Laden and a man that the Americans have been hunting for the last decade. This is significant because the strike reportedly took place in Kabul, Afghanistan, on the cusp of the one-year anniversary of the Taliban takeover. Now, Brett,
yeah, I got it right. My nephew
had warned the U.S. capability to fight terrorism around the globe, specifically in Afghanistan, could be hindered by the Taliban takeover. But this over-the-horizon strike, the first of its kind since the takeover, is a significant development, especially targeting the leader of al-Qaeda. This is a man who is responsible in part for a variety of terror attacks over the past 2 decades, including 9/11, and also a variety of other things like the attack on the USS Cole off the coast of Yemen, and also the U.S. embassy bombings in sub-Saharan Africa.
How much want to bet Biden's going to take all the credit for this?
Someone who joined al-Qaeda in 1998 and was a longtime deputy of Osama bin Laden. He's a
I'll
man
take
who
your
was
cat
also
home.
responsible for a lot of the propaganda
He already
coming
did
from
on
al-Qaeda.
Twitter.
And
Did he already
rumored to be
take
killed in other
care of him?
strikes.
Take
But
credit?
he would leave these breadcrumbs, these trails of evidence of his activities to try to remain relevant in the terrorism community, as recently as last year releasing a video from likely the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan indicating that he was still alive. Now, with this propaganda,
But yet he left what, $1 billion worth of equipment in Afghanistan?
To ultimately
Like
target
30
such
billion?
individuals like Zawahiri in a drone strike, as we have seen here over the weekend. Brett?
Trey Yanks,
What a joke.
Bureau.
What a joke our president is, taking credit for that shit. He didn't do it. Right? Oh my gosh. All right. Wyoming voters tell CNN, hell no.
Are you planning to vote for Liz Cheney?
Can I
cuss? Hell no.
Are you planning to support Liz Cheney?
Absolutely not.
What are your thoughts about Liz Cheney running for a 4th term?
Personally, I think she's had 3 too many.
Keep in mind, in 2020, Donald Trump won about 70% of the vote in Wyoming. So Liz Cheney's work on the January 6th investigation isn't playing so well with many Wyoming voters.
She's going to lose.
She's done us dirty.
How so?
Oh, God. Look at how she's done Trump. I'm a Trump fan. I'm sorry.
So she lost your vote because of her role on the January 6th committee and what she's doing about Trump?
Yes. She's supposed to be supporting him. She's a Republican, for crying out loud.
I find her work on the January 6th committee just repulsive.
How do you feel about her work on the January 6th committee and her role?
It's all a hoax. It's all propaganda. Has nothing to do with anything. It's a witch hunt.
Well, she says she's defending what's important to people here in Wyoming, upholding the rule of law, defending the Constitution.
If that was the rule of law, why doesn't he have a defense team in that courtroom? That ain't the rule of law. That's a kangaroo court. That's not the Wyoming way.
She has been an embarrassment. It's a witch hunt.
Are you proud of her for taking on Donald Trump?
No.
Yeah, they're not going to vote for it. And you know how they kept saying it's a hearing, it's a trial, it's a trial. It's not. They tell you how many times at the very last hearing, drunk, did we hear that it was all, we're going to tell you the story of January 6th. We're going to tell you the story. It's all a story, guys. It's all a freaking story. They don't let anybody come in and speak the defense, right? And I don't know if it was Crowder that said it today or who, but somebody said it today too. They said, look, they go in there and they film 9 hours of interviews with somebody, and then they show you a 5-second clip of, oh no, it was President Trump that said this. It was President Trump that actually said this. He said, look, they show you they film you for 9 hours. They question you. They drag it out. They make you so tired of answering the same question over and over again that you say something that may sound bad, and they cut it out, and they only show that 5-second clip. That's what they do. Why do you think I didn't go in front of them? But yeah, Liz Cheney, when is her election is Tuesday or tomorrow, right? When is the Wyoming primary? Wyoming primary. Isn't it tomorrow? I think it is.
Are they not all in November? Or that's the midterms?
That's midterm. Oh yeah, they're still doing primaries.
No, we got ours over with a couple months ago.
Yeah, same here. When is the Wyoming primary? It is. Look at this! I love. When is the Wyoming? When is you know it doesn't when? How about this? When is Wyoming primary? Here we go. Ballotpedia. Oh, it's absentee voting. Oh wait, that's absentee voting. All right. Election dates. August 16th is their primary. So that's going to be interesting.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so 2 more weeks we'll get to see. In 2 weeks we'll get to see how bad it is for Liz Cheney. And I hate to say it, Liz Cheney. I don't even think you're going to, make it through the primary. Do you know she went and because Democrats are not allowed to, if there's no Democrat candidate in the primary and you're registered as a Democrat, that means you don't get to vote in the primary. So she told Democrats to go in the primary and sign and register as a Republican so that way they can vote for her.
I see her future as the new host on The View.
You think so?
Would you be surprised?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess not, because then they could say, well, we have our token Republican, and she's not a Republican. She is a rhino at best. At best. I wouldn't even call her a rhino. So, yeah. All right, what's our next news? Republicans join Democrats in praising Biden for the death of Al-Qaeda. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle praised the White House on Monday after it announced the leader of the Al-Qaeda, I don't even know. I'm not going to say the dude's name because I don't know how. Let's see which Republicans congratulated. Oh, Lindsey Graham. Well, yeah, Lindsey Graham is a Republican that Senator Ted Cruz echoed, all Americans will breathe easier today knowing that the leader of Al-Qaeda has been eliminated. The strike should be a message to terrorists near and far. He never praised Joe Biden. All he did is say, I am happy that this dude is no longer in our lives. That's all he said. That's not praising. That's not praising Joe Biden. I don't think you would ever hear Ted Cruz praise Joe Biden. Do you, Drunk?
Lindsey Graham spends his weekends in park bathrooms.
Is it park bathrooms or is it truck stops? I thought it was trucks. Is it no longer truck stops?
Or bathhouses, wherever there's a hole in the wall.
Wow. Okay, let's see. So apparently some Indiana inmates bought keys from a jailer, raped and assaulted a female prisoners in a night of terror. Wow. So it says a group of female inmates is accusing an Indiana sheriff and corrections officer of enabling a night of terror in which male prisoners purchased jailhouse keys, broke into the women's pods, and in a span of at least 2 hours attacked more than 24 victims. That's very interesting. That doesn't sound right. But we'll finish the story. In 2 separate federal lawsuits, a total of 28 women allege that David Lowe, a former Clark County corrections officer, sold jail keys to 2 male prisoners for $1,000. Those men and other inmates then allegedly entered the women's side of the jail wearing masks made out of towels and blankets. At least 2 of the victims were raped, according to the lawsuit, including one who suffered physical injuries at the time and contracted genital herpes. Oh, man. Others were groped, sexually assaulted, and subjected to male prisoners exposing themselves. The other rape victim became pregnant as a result and later miscarried, according to the McCall. I didn't even know this happened, and it's already in court. Indiana, Clark County, Indiana. This is the one they were featured on that show 90 Days In. 90 Days In. All right, so here's why I wonder about this and its validity. Shoot, in jail they don't take. Uh-oh. Shit! My program stopped again. The damn program stopped again. I'm typing in chat right now. Program shut down. I wonder where Grawl went. Oh, he's eating probably. Son of a bitch. I don't know how long it's been off for.
I didn't get a blank screen until just now. I had to skip forward a little bit.
Are we back now? Because it's live. Okay, Hope says she hears us. Okay. Hope says she hears us. I don't know why this. You know why? And Drunk's gonna yell at me. He's like, Eddie, I tell you, don't ever update your Chrome or update your Don't ever update your computer, Eddie. I updated my computer.
You need to update it, just not immediately. Wait a week at least.
Well, I updated it.
Or check with your software providers to make sure that they are compatible before you update.
Well, I updated it already. That's my mistake. I updated it. I shouldn't have done it. Put Drunk Uncle back on the screen. There's Drunk Uncle. Why am I not showing up? My FaceTime camera not working? Oh well, they don't need to see me. They can see you. But anyways, so they're saying that the prisoners bought a key and they went and raped a whole bunch of victims. That's very disgusting. Number one. However, I have one issue with this, because we all know that my brain's freezing. We all know that in jail, rape people that rape women, people that are pedophiles, they get taken care of pretty quickly in jail. So you're trying to say, Christy says we're buffering. Are we buffering still, Drunk Uncle?
Whenever it buffers, I don't know what platform they're using, but I'm on a PlayStation and a laptop, so I just reach over and press the right button, and it generally
fixes it. Okay. So anyways, so I had trouble. I mean, I have trouble thinking that a whole bunch of prisoners ran into the women's prison and just started raping them. Right? This is county jail. People in there are only in there for up to 2 years. I don't think they went on a raping spree. Do you? I mean, hi, Lillian. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, if this was prison, I would say different, because I thought that, if you're a child molester or rapist, then you get dealt with pretty quickly when you go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have 3 customers that are correctional officers at the same prison. Okay. And they said the majority of their prisoners are in that criteria. So I think they almost like my former friend. He's dead now. He got murdered for trying to rob a meth lab at 4 a.m. Stupidest thing. That's when meth heads are awake, is at 4 a.m. But okay. But he got busted for selling a whole bunch of weed back in the day, and they I think he was in prison in like New Jersey or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So I think they kind of moved. Certain prisons might house certain types of prisoners. Of course, you're going to have your underliers or whatever, to where they're different things, but from my understanding, at this particular prison, that at least about 80% of them are there for diddling kids or raping women.
Really? Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, you know, Grog came in the room, so now I got to readjust your camera up here 1 second. Give me 1 second. Grog, you're back. How is your steak?
It's pretty damn good.
It's
You guys
pretty good.
you want to glance? You want to? I know Hope wants to see. You want to glance?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me put it on that screen so everybody can glance.
Has it got blue cheese on it?
Blue cheese? Hell no.
Well,
Why not?
you just get right out of this chat room then, Graw.
You don't like blue cheese?
Blue cheese? Really? No, man. It's ranch.
On a steak?
Oh no, not on the steak. On my salad and on my shrimp. Right. Right.
Oh, I thought you said you got a steak. I still want blue cheese. Or I'll take a Caesar salad or a regular salad.
I got the garden salad.
What kind of a puppy? What the heck is that? What are we looking at?
That's a shrimp. That's a shrimp appetizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
There's your steak.
You got your baked potatoes.
Yeah, already halfway gone.
There you go. But you don't like blue cheese? Oh my gosh! Me and Drunk, we love blue cheese.
Ranch dressing, man, and a Coke, and a 2-liter Coke. I'm gold.
You're golden.
I'm gold. Me and Joe are living the life of Riley. Starring me as Riley.
Turn on my screen. What do you mean turn on my screen? Oh, there's two of me. Oh, I see what they're saying. Yeah, but we're gonna go right back to the news. So there we go. Oh, she's telling Gra to turn on his screen. Yeah, what kind of puppy? I want to know what kind of puppy you got. All right. Well, so back to this jail stuff. It's county jail. I still, if you're gonna buy keys, like a lot of people said in the chat room, if you're gonna buy keys from a jailer, don't you think you would buy a key to get to the to go into just to get out of prison? You wouldn't use that key to go rape other women. It sounds a little funny to me. Ooh, an American bulldog. White with black, is it a white one with black spots? I'm almost saying dots. Let's see. The name of it is what's this mansion deal that's going on? What's the mansion deal right now? It says Sinema still undecided on mansion social spending bill. Will make determination after preliminary. The fate of a social spending and tax bill, great, more taxes, agreed to by Senator Joe Manchin, and Senate Majority Leader Chucky Schumer, hangs in the balance as another key moderate, Senator Kristen Sinema, hasn't said if she'll support it. Really? Is there a Democrat? Sinema? There is a Democrat going against the other Democrats? Manchin?
Oh, yes. Sinema.
Oh, she's from Arizona.
Sinema and one other Democrat are basically our version of Cheney and what's the other guy?
Kensington. Kensington is his name.
I guess.
Yeah, Kensington something. I don't know.
We both got two on either side.
I gotcha. Well, I tell you what, I cannot wait until after November. I can't wait for the new...
Yeah, Kinzinger.
Kinzinger, that's it. Thank you.
Kinzinger.
Kinzinger. There we go. So, January 6th trial stuff. Look at this. A Texas man gets more than 7 years for his role in the January 6th riot. What the hell? Who was this? A federal judge on Monday sentenced a Texas man to more than 7 years in prison for storming the U.S. Capitol. The sentence for Guy Raffet, a member of the Texas 3 Percenters militia group, is the longest so far imposed among hundreds of Capitol riot cases. He told few militia members he planned to drag... Oh, maybe this is why. He planned to drag Nancy Pelosi out of the Capitol building by her ankles, with her head hitting every step on the way down. Yeah, that probably didn't help your case too much. Let's see. Reffert was the first person to go on trial for the January 6, 2021 attack, in which supporters of then President Trump. Well, anyways, you guys know what it is. So we got 7 years and 3 months. Is two years more than the previous longest prison sentence for a Capitol riot defendant. So think about this, guys. This is why, I'm going to bring up Joe Biggs again, Rufio, and all those guys that are in jail right now still for January 6th. They're trying to get these guys for conspiracy. So what do you think, if I sure hope it doesn't happen. I'm going to be there as a witness. I get to testify like 3 or 4 different times. It's going to suck, but I'm doing it for them. If they actually lose their case, if this guy got 7 years, what do you think they're going to give freaking Enrique? What do you think they're going to give Rufio and Joe Biggs? Because they're trying to get him for conspiracy. That's what they're in jail for. What do you think they would give him, Drunk?
I think Spazzo is going to be the martyr.
Yeah, Spazzo broke the window, right? But they're not. They're saying he didn't plan it, so they're charging the other guys with planning it. So they're trying to prove a point, and I think they're going to try and screw over all the J6 guys that are in there right now. It's not going to be good. But hopefully, they have a really good law team. Actually, they have both of my lawyers. So they have Dan Hole is their lawyer. He is their head lawyer. And then also Norm Pattis. And Norm Pattis, if you guys don't know who Norm Pattis is, he's my lawyer. But he's also Alex Jones's lawyer. And, I was told Norm Pattis is the guy that everybody's afraid of. Oh, he tried to bring a gun into the building. Oh, that makes a huge difference, Jeannie. Thank you for that information. And he turned down his plea deal. Well, I'm not upset with him for turning down his plea deal. Because think about this. So I've looked at a couple plea deals online from January 6th. And if you look at the plea deals, it says, we're giving you a plea deal. We'll give you less of a sentence, but you have to cooperate with our investigation. So basically, they want you to rat out on everybody. So, the fact that this guy said no to the plea deal basically says, hey, I'm not a fucking rat. So, I give this guy credit for not ratting on his friends, which is good. But it makes me worry. But anyway, speaking of this, so if you guys saw, it's up here just a little bit. It says donate to, where'd it go? I just saw it. Donate to help Joe Biggs legal fund. And there's a little link right there. Go and donate some money. All the money goes to his legal fund. It goes to help support him in his legal fight against this tyrannical government.
Oh, yeah, Eddie. And you said that you were going to send me the info because you wanted me to write Joe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, if anybody wants to write Joe, it was on my shopping. Where was it? I saw it a minute ago. Okay, here it is. So Joe Biggs is in the here. I'm gonna make a copy and paste, and I'll send it. I'll text it to you, Drunk Uncle. He is at the Alexandria Detention Center, 2001 Mill Road in Alexandria, Virginia. So if you go, you can go and you can write Joe Biggs a letter. All you have to do is write Joe Biggs, then prisoner, and then the address. Now, he is in solitary confinement, so he cannot get email messages, none of that stuff. So it has to be snail mail. And if you do this, we called him on the show and said, hey, can we send him a self-addressed stamped envelope so he can write back? They said no. So if you want to get him to write you back, I don't know how much money he has on his books. So send like $10 with it, or send more if you want to put more money on his books in a money order. And then that way he can buy some stamps and stuff to email or message you back. I mean, the guy's in solitary confinement. Huh?
You can send a money order?
Yeah, that's what it said. Here, let's go look at it here real quick.
Huh.
You do that. That way he has to sign it to verify he's received it. You don't want to send cash or a check or.
Yeah. Alexandria Detention Center.
J-Pal or
inmate mail. Okay, let's look up inmate mail. So you put the inmate's first and last name, 2001 Mill Road, Alexandria, Virginia, 22314. All mail sent to an inmate at the Alexandria Detention Center must include the sender's name and mailing address in the top left corner of the envelope or postcard. Failure to include your return address will most likely result in your mail not being delivered or your letter being destroyed. And just another thing too. Let's put it. I'll read their instructions. So the policies. Let's read their policies. What type of mail is not allowed? Where is it? So
I'm gonna dress bag and take a picture of myself all sexy.
Yeah, you cannot send them nasty stuff. You cannot send them nasty pictures at all. No, you can't put any drugs in there. No, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Inmates do require a stamp to send out their letters. This is from something else. This is a jail exchange website. Let's see if we can go to the actual Alexandria Detention Center rules. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, just, you know what? Don't send anything bad. You send a money order and just send him a letter. You know, he's sitting there for you guys, for us, for all of us patriots. He's sitting there. So, you know, send him a letter and cheer him up a little bit. You know, make him laugh. You cannot send him naked pictures. Okay, no naked pictures of yourself. I don't think Joe would like to see that, anyways. So, yeah, right, Cosmic Squirrel. So, like I said,
they show up to the cell and they're like, "All right, Mr. Biggs, we got some mail for you. We had to take some pictures away because it involves some nudity." And it's like, "Son of a bitch! I've been in here for this long. I want you don't keep me from that." And they just like hold up the picture and get something. And it's like, "Thank you. Go away.
Right.
Go away."
Lillian did mention what happened to the girls in jail you were talking to. So let's talk about that real quick. Today, before I went to the doctor's office, I went to get a post office box. The very first post office place I go to, I dropped off something I had to ship, and then the lady's like, "Well, I've never done this before. Can you wait an hour and a half, and then I'll sell you a post office box?" So I was like, "Fuck that." So the next place was the UPS store. So I went over there. How much do you guys think, and Gra knows the answer, how much do you guys think it cost me for 1 year of a post office box? And they gave me, if you pay for the year in advance, they take off 2 months for free. What do you think it cost me, Drunk, for 1 year of the smallest mailbox they have?
$100.
I wish.
I guess 300.
It was $330. So basically about 97 cents a day for a post office box. But I bought it. We now have a post office box down in Fresno. And so what we're going to do is Hope read us a very nice message from a guy who is staying in, I forget where he was. I think he's in Indiana, actually. And he is looking for, his name was Mike something. You know, let's go there real quick. Why not go there real quick? What was it, Prison Pen Pals we were at? Prison Pen Pals, I think it was where we were. His name was Mike, and it was a B. It was Mike, and it was a B. Yes, I'm over 18. So we are going to send him a letter because I think he's just grifting. I think he is definitely just grifting. It was a Mike, and it was with a B, and somewhere up in the top. Where the heck was it? Was it a B? Did I save it on my list of stuff too? Let me see if I saved it on my list of stuff. Oh wait, no, I found it right here. I think I found. Oh no, it's just the B ads. It was Mike something. I took a screenshot of it. Hold on, let me look up his name again. Darn it. Let me go here. One second. Richard Hertz likes him. He's also gonna send him a message. Let's see, date modified, screenshot. Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. Was it this one? I got too many screenshots. Not that one. Not that one either. Great. July 26th, maybe? No. We're getting there. It was a while ago, I think. Here it is. Christopher Dressing. Christopher Dressing. So it's it's in the D's, not the B's. That's where I messed up. Christopher Dressing. Here he is. All right. Hope's not here to read it for you guys. Oh, you guys aren't. I thought you guys were on Chrome. Sorry. I'll show it to you guys. Here he is. This nice young man. He says, hey there. Thanks for stopping by. As you can imagine, interpersonal relationships are pretty rare and difficult to come by in prison. I'm hoping to meet people through here to help fill that little void in my life. He's seeking men, by the way. He wants somebody to fill that little void in his life. People who can see beyond the headlines of my incarceration and realize that individual actions don't define my whole person. Well, then keep on reading. Well, anyways, so what we're going to do is I told Graw, I'm like, Graw, this guy's got to be a grifter. Oh, he's from Kentucky. Because, I mean, if you're in a male prison, why would you need to find other men? Right? Why would you need to find other men? So I went out, I bought a P.O. box down in Fresno. So we're going to start mailing these inmates just for you guys. We're going to start doing shows. We're going to look up. Good night, Christy. We're going to look up all these inmates.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we get Hope to come up on the show just long enough to read his profile again?
Yeah, if you want to.
Does Hope want to? Would she?
Yeah, Hope. Would you come up and read it?
I don't think she could top the way she did last time.
You know, I made her a mod. Speaking of that, so Carol, PA Patriot, was like, Eddie, how come I'm not a mod in Discord anymore? And I didn't think I ever had them, so I added a whole bunch of mods. Well, not a whole bunch. I made a couple of you guys mods.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know there were mods there.
Yeah, so
I guess.
You guys should have something different in Discord. I don't know how. I just tried it. Are you coming in, Hope? Do I need to? Because we're not in the normal one that we normally. Oh, yeah, we are.
Oh, never mind. I didn't.
But I don't know if Hope has permission to be in this one. Let me invite her.
Just joking. I was joking anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But, you know, I should invite her anyways because I'll do it later. We need to get Hope into this. Because she comes in all the time and gives us good information.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but so we're going to mail off a letter to this young man. And I think once a week we're going to do jail letters. We're going to let you guys pick an inmate. And I'm going to write a letter to them and see if they respond to us and see what they say to us. I bet that every single person we send a letter to, and I'll include, I won't even include any money. But I bet you they're going to write back and ask us for money. That's the first, they're going to write a nice long letter. Oh, nice to meet you. How are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And at the very end, it's going to say, you know what? I would love to write you again, but I don't have any money on my books and I can't afford any more stamps. I bet you that's what they're going to say. Bet your money. I bet your money.
Well, suck some dicks for chocolate milk and trade the chocolate milk for some stamps.
Well, there you go. Look, right, drunk? Speaking of chocolate milk, I have a little chocolate milk. Much better.
You literally had chocolate milk sitting next to you?
Yeah, I always do chocolate milk at night.
No. Well, that was a huge coincidence.
I know, right? Drunk, it was God's. It was, Speaking of, so do you guys know how sound effects came about?
The guy from Police Academy?
No, I don't mean sound effects like that. So, like, in the old days, before television, they had radio. And people would, they'd have, like, they'd have shows, right? But it was just people talking. And then there was one point in time to where, this, as the story has been told at least, they were something happened and a glass broke. And coincidentally, at the exact same time, somebody broke a glass. And it just changed the world of radio. Now, all of a sudden, people are like, oh my gosh, we should do sound effects to go along with our shows. And that's how it came about. Yeah. So anyway, once a week, guys,
I hear a baby crying.
Why do you hear a baby? Who's crying now? Why are you crying, Gra?
Crying because my steak's getting cold.
Oh, well then eat your steak. But
all right.
I think we're gonna do it on Mondays. On Mondays, every Monday, we'll go to prisonpenpals.com. We will choose an inmate. I'll let you guys choose the inmate, and I will send him a letter. And then we'll talk to him. How about that? We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Trunk's like, I don't give a shit. All right. What's up, beer guy? All right, so listen to this. Seattle businesses take law into their own hands to combat the homelessness angering activists. Well, the government won't do it, right? So let's see what they say. Business and property owners in Seattle are installing 1-ton concrete blocks on city streets to prevent RVs and homeless encampments from forming or returning to an area. Individual businesses and residents are putting ecology blocks out as taking matters into their own hands because if they call the city and say there are RVs in front of their business or in front of their home, they can't do anything about it. Anonymous Seattleites have hauled the massive 1 to 2 ton blocks known as ecology blocks or eco blocks using special equipment outside residential areas and in front of businesses to prevent them. Let's see if they show a picture of it. They're not. We'll look them up real quick. So it says encampments in Seattle and Ennis County grew during the pandemic with a 50% increase in tents. Well, that was just over at what was it called? Chop Zone. So just in June, a local health club in the city alerted followers and members on social media that the gym would install these eco blocks near its building once a homeless encampment was cleared by the city. Homelessness is a bad pandemic right now. Let's look up what an eco block looks like. Eco block. Images. Oh, these things. So they're installing these big ass things. But now nobody can park in front of your house. You can't park if you got a 2-ton block, how are you going to park in front of your house, drunk uncle? Now your patrons cannot patronize your store. Would you put one of those up in front of your store to stop the homeless from coming in when you see it?
Where are they putting them?
They said they're so they don't want RVs to park in front of their store. So that would make me assume that they're going to put it actually in the street.
Like where parking spaces are.
Yeah. Well, it's a good idea because think about it. You can't give a block a parking ticket, right?
Yeah.
There's no.
I guess they really had to weigh out, I guess after a certain amount of time, the customers are going to realize that the homeless are just going to be camped out there, so they got to park a block away or something. And
yeah.
I don't know what the thinking is behind it, but I can see it. It's not the best move. I would take just a water hose out there and just.
You can't. That's illegal.
A sprinkler on a timer?
Illegal. It's illegal.
I didn't do it. They fucking done it. It just the sprinkler went off.
It's called battery. It's called battery. It is because when my wife, when I was married, had her thrift store, right? In the back, we had issues with the homeless peeing there all the time. And so I bought one of these. It's an animal sensor, and it comes with a sprinkler. And so it senses motion, and whenever it senses the motion, it turns on the sprinkler, and I figured that would scare people away. And I bought it, and I was smart. I went to the chief of police, and I was like, hey, you know what? This is my plan to fix the homeless problem out here, or for peeing on my store. Is this okay? And he said, Eddie, if you do this, I guarantee you one of my officers is going to have to arrest you, because if the homeless file charges against you, it's considered battery. So I didn't do it.
But I'm just trying to get the water to clean off the piss so it doesn't smell like piss.
Well, the city also wrote me a ticket for doing that. I said, well, it's pee. How am I supposed to clean it up? And they told me, the guy said, well, sweep it up. I said, it's pee. So he started writing me a ticket. I called the mayor, and the mayor made him stop writing me a ticket. So like San Francisco tried to do this on their sidewalks, right, to keep the homeless away. It says for about a month, this was in 2019, for about a month, the rocks were just a mystery. 24 boulders had popped up along a San Francisco sidewalk, and even officials were stumped. We don't know who put them there, but it wasn't the city. By the time the rocks were hauled away Monday, they had spawned days of headlines and split a community. Local media began to piece the story together last week, wary of the alleged drug dealing among homeless people camping out on their block. Neighbors on the street of Clinton Park had pulled several $1,000s to physically bar the way. To some, it was a creative tactic from the desperate residents. For others, it was a declaration of hostility to the homeless. Hostility? They're just asking you not to sleep on their fucking sidewalk in front of their house. Think about this. You have a 3-year-old child, right? Why do we buy houses when we have children? We want our houses to be able to, or kids to be able to go in our front yard and play. You know, you don't want them locked up in the backyard. You want to sit in your front yard, say hi to your neighbors, and let the kids play. If you have homeless out there shooting up and doing drugs in front of your house, are you going to let your 3-year-old, 4-year-old kids walk out there, supervised even? You're not going to. What about if your kids want to walk to school? You can no longer let your kids walk to school.
You know who Ben Shapiro is, obviously, I would assume.
I filmed him before. Yes, I know exactly who he is.
So I remember when he first moved away from California to Florida.
Uh-huh.
Daily Wire is in Tennessee, but I believe he's set up shop in Florida. But he said his kids could not go into his front yard because he could find syringes in his front yard, and he has the fences and everything. I guess they just like
toss them,
chuck over. I don't know, man.
Well, think about it. If the cops drive by, you don't want to be caught with the needles, right? So they throw them over the fence. Sneaky says he couldn't live here in California. Yeah. So I know somebody who told me this from up there, that what they were doing is they actually were hiring police officers to kick the homeless out, like the residents themselves, because they knew that they're like, well, maybe the cops will kick them out, and if the other cops show up, they'll show their police badge, and I don't know. But, the homeless is a terrible issue, and they shouldn't be in front of people's houses. I agree with that. You know what? I do.
At least where I'm from, the homeless fucking sleep in the woods like civilized human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Or out behind a restaurant or something. But it's generally with trees around. They're not just... You will not see in my area a motherfucker sleeping on the sidewalk. You ain't gonna see it. Never seen it in my entire life. I've seen somebody sleeping on the sidewalk or a bench or at a bus stop. It doesn't happen.
I took this picture a while ago. Let me see if it's still on my phone. It was I went to Jack in the Box to get a burger, and I come through the drive-thru, and I look out in front of me, and it's just it's a homeless camp. Oh yeah, here it is right here. It's just basically a freaking homeless person with all their bags in front of their store restaurant. Let me do this real quick, and I'll show it to you, iPhone. And my iPhone's not popping up now. There we go. Okay, so look at this. You can see it right here. This is in front of This is a Jack in the Box right here. I'm in the drive-through, and look at the front of their property. Well, you can't see it yet, Drunk. Tell me when you can see it. This is in front of stores, and Jack in the Box can do nothing about it. If Jack in the Box were to move their property, they would get fined by the city. If Jack in the Box were to move that property, they could get arrested for moving that person's property. So they have to let this sit in front of their store. Would you go to that Jack in the Box and eat? So, and you know, it just makes, so of course people are trying to do something about it. I mean, it's a shame. You know, they want the business tax dollars, but they don't want you to mess with the homeless who aren't paying any tax dollars. All right, so we're, you know, every night we got to do something about food at least. This is one of my favorite food items at fast food, the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. That's why I'm bringing it up. It says Taco Bell is now bringing back the Mexican pizza permanently. Now look at this one. So this one right here is a good Mexican pizza. When they brought it back for a couple weeks ago, instead of using this flour shell, they were using a corn shell, which is not the same. It is not the same. But yeah, so they're bringing back taco or Mexican pizzas for good. Yay! Where are the churches on this cosmic squirrel? So, okay, let's talk about homeless real quick. You want to talk about the homeless real quick, Drunk? Let's talk about the homeless. Let's go here. Let's turn this off. My ex-wife works at a homeless shelter. So I know a lot about this and how it works. And I ran for county supervisor, and I really learned about this. So in the little town I used to live in, Madera, which is about 50,000 people, they had 3 homeless shelters. So you could go to the rescue mission, which is a church. And what happens there is they kick you out at like 7 o'clock in the morning. You have to stay away all day long. And then they can come in at 6 o'clock. They feed you dinner, and then right after dinner, you're required to go to mass. You have to go to church because it's a church. That's the only rule that they say. Well, 2 rules. You have to leave during the day, and you have to go to mass at night. And so basically, you got to take all of your clothing, everything you own, got to leave. So that's, you know, and they're like, well, I don't want to go to church. Like, you're getting free food and a place to stay. So that's one. That's an issue with that one. Then they have another one, which you have to pass a drug test and an alcohol test before they will let you in. A lot of these people are on drugs and alcohol, right? How can you get off an addiction if the people won't let you in to help you because you're on that addiction? It's like a catch-22. So that one I don't like either. And then the one where my ex-wife worked at was even worse. In order to apply at her homeless shelter, you had to have proof that you were homeless for a year before they would let you come into their homeless shelter.
I wonder how you go about proving something like that.
So what they do is they you have to have witnesses, or Facebook posts. Look, I'm living on the street. It's January 1st, blah blah blah. Or friends that a friend can call. Or they can call a friend, and the friend can say, "Hey, yeah, they've been living on the street for a year." That's how you prove it.
You proof of me not getting mail,
right? But I mean, so what's the point? You know, they're not helping you out if they, you know. So we're gonna make you live on the street for a year. God damn it, Graw left and now it messed up the video again.
Oh, speaking of homeless, I do have an update on the situation.
Okay, why don't you tell the whole situation, because not everybody knows what you're talking about, probably.
Okay, so I was we do have a couple of homeless people that frequent the shop. One of them we have grown to like very much. He is a bipolar, paranoid, schizophrenic, very large guy, very sweet guy that is actually trying to do better for himself. He's got a job. He doesn't panhandle. He literally says, he goes, if he's got to go out on the street for money, he does not ask for money. He prays, and then he will end up getting money. He started asking me about jujitsu, and I kind of questioned him on why he was asking me, and he insinuated that another guy that came to the shop was being violent towards him. Turns out that's not exactly what was happening. The other guy was being violent towards other people, and I guess he wanted to learn jujitsu to try to be able to subdue him if needed. I thought he was being violent towards him, and everybody at the shop took great offense to that. So actually, everybody's been spoken to. The whole thing has been, settled over, and so.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I'm glad I didn't, confront. And I thank you guys for telling me, not to do that.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, so Drunk Uncle he was really upset when he came in one night, and he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to handle and, threaten this guy and let him know if he messes with this other homeless, I'm going to have to show him what it's like. Because they're two different sized men. One's a very tall, big man, and the other one's not a very big man. And so
But the tall, big man does not hurt anybody. He will hurt himself.
Yeah.
He hurts himself.
Yeah. Exactly, right? So it's the smaller man that's starting the fights with the bigger man, right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So we calmed Drunk Uncle down, just like Gra calmed me down on Friday. And so Drunk Uncle took the higher route. And so now it's all working out. So that's good. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. So we're going to talk about something. Go ahead.
I was like, maybe I need to start teaching them. I don't know what it's like being out there homeless. Maybe I need to teach the other guy jujitsu. Everybody needs to learn jujitsu. It is so fucking fun. It is so fun.
I was homeless a long time ago in Santa Barbara, but it was different for me. I wasn't your typical homeless person. The reason why I was homeless is because there was no work in the little town I lived in. I had a suspended license, so I couldn't drive. So in Santa Barbara, I had a job, so I had to live in the woods because I couldn't drive back and forth between Lompoc and Santa Barbara because I didn't have a license, and I kept getting pulled over for driving on a suspended license. So I was homeless. I lived in the woods behind one of the businesses behind the place that I worked. But I mean, it was like woods, like a forest. So, Eddie Block on Wizzy's premiere. Eddie Block here. Eddie Block on Wizzy's premiere. What are you talking about, Hope? I'm lost. Donnie just went outside. But so I wasn't your typical homeless person. I went to work. And in fact, so here's what I did, because I was also going to college in Oxnard. I worked from 5:30 at night to 3 o'clock in the morning at this place called Magnetic Data. We worked on magnetic disk drives, which are your hard drives, right? Then I would go to sleep in the forest. I'd get up at 5:30. I'd walk to Taco Bell, and I worked at Taco Bell from 6 o'clock to noon. Then at noon, my buddy picked me up, and we drove all the way to Oxnard to go to college. And then we got out of class at 5 o'clock. I was late to work. They would let me show up at 6 because I was going to college. So I slept like 2 hours a day. But I worked and lived in the forest. And I got out within a couple months. So there you go. There you go. So here's an interesting story I saw. I just saw the title, and I figured this might be something we might want to talk about. And in fact, Drunk, let's switch to
later.
Huh?
That he made more money in disability than I did.
Who?
A homeless person that I helped out a few years ago. Uh-oh. We got some buffer zones.
A premiere of April 2021. What happened April? Anyway.
But before I found out that he made more money than me as a business owner per month, he was not good with his money at all. And I found this out through my mom because she was a social worker. She's like, I know exactly who you're talking about, and this is how much money he gets per check. I bought him like a 15-man tent, a king-size air mattress with 2 different types of pumps, like a manual pump and an electronic pump, and like all this other kind of stuff. Went out there, took him there, set him up, built it, all this other kind of stuff, and the motherfucker just abandoned it like 2 weeks later.
Wow.
Cocksucker.
Hey, guys, I'm going to do, I think, oh no, I can't do this. I'm going to, so that way, because the next story is something I want a lot of people to come in the room and talk about, because I think it's interesting, and I want everybody's opinions. So I'm going to switch us over to the live show chat. Or if you I'll just do it for us all. So give me a second. I'm gonna leave you, but I'm gonna bring you in. Okay? Is this the one? Is this the voice? Oh, that's not a voice channel. Which is? Oh, never mind. Where is our other voice channel? The general voice channel. There we go. We're gonna go in here. I'm gonna go in there, and then I'm gonna bring Drunk Uncle in, and God rides a Harley. All right, you guys all in this general chat room now? Are we here? Is everybody here? Drunk Uncle. Here comes Drunk Uncle. Graw's muted, so Graw's probably in here too. Anybody that wants to join us now on the show, we're in the general chat. The reason I did this is because I kept... So, I would open and close the permissions on that one channel, and sometimes I would click on the wrong thing. And so, like, the No Drama Club, I was like, why is nobody writing in the No Drama Club anymore? I made it private. So this is just going to be an easier way. Anybody wants to join us in Discord chat, come on in right now. And we're going to talk about the story that I'm going to read to you guys right now. Because I find this one really interesting.
Is that Helen?
Yay, Helen. How you doing? All right, so...
I had a power surge or something. Like, you know how it does when somebody hits a telephone pole? Just all of a sudden, everything went out. I don't have no storms or anything.
Oh, wow. Interesting, Graw.
Yeah, so that's where I was. And I was like, what the hell?
Okay. So, so what we're going to do is, there's a story. I found this interesting. It's called One Last Trip, Gabriella Walsh's Decision to Die and Celebrate Life on Her Own Terms. And it's interesting to me because I'm disabled. So, this lady says Gabriella Walsh knew she wanted to die on Saturday. She settled on July 16th, dressing for that morning in a flower crown and a t-shirt with the picture of a dragonfly. So I don't know how she died. I'm not going to go into the whole thing because it said it's a 22-minute read, which I didn't know. Oh, she said she would take a fatal dose of medications prescribed under it's in California. Under California's Death with Dignity law, which allows some terminally ill patients to request the drug to end their lives. So it sounds like what this is. It's just like, you know how when your pets are really sick and they say, look, your pets are in more pain. We can't take away their pain. It's just really mean to keep them alive. So, they're going to let people put themselves asleep now. What do you guys think about this? What do you think?
Mixed feelings.
Yeah, mixed feelings?
Mixed feelings.
I honestly, because I deal with chronic pain every day. And there's some days that it's like really, really bad. I'm a dog lover, and like Giacomo, my last name Bernard. I put him down. He lived to be 13. They only average about 9. And it was just because he couldn't walk anymore. He couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom. And he would just look at me like embarrassed. And so I felt it was better to let Jackie go to heaven than to make him sit there and feel like that. And like Panda and everybody was attacking him. Because that's what dogs do. Because Jackie was the head dog. So now Panda and Brownie were fighting over who's going to be the top dog now. And I just felt it was the best. I mean, look at Panda. She's taking care of Donnie now. I just think it was the best for them to be put to sleep. Take them out of their misery. I think humans should have that exact same right. I think it's your right. If you're in a ton of pain, like there's people that can't take pain medicines because they're allergic to them, and they're in a chronic pain program. I mean, there's people that can't get out of bed because the pain's so bad. Who wants to sit in a bed all their life? And yes, I know it's against God. I know it's against God's rule, but what's that, Helen?
I said, after what we've just gone through, I don't disagree with you.
You don't disagree?
I've watched my brother was suffering for the last 6 years, and finally he just passed away Friday night.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, to watch somebody go through that. I really do believe that if they're in the right frame of mind and they understand what they're doing, then there's really nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. And once again, I'm sorry to hear about your brother. I know you told me on Friday. You sent me a message, and I sent you a message back. We said a prayer for you real quick, I think, on the show, too. Or we talked about it, so really sorry to hear that.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you all.
Yeah, I think, when somebody's why make somebody live in pain when they don't have to? As long as they're of sound mind. And sometimes you're not in sound mind because, when I'm in pain, I turn into a dick. I mean, I'm a dick already, but when I'm in pain, my temper, can go from here to here in like a second just because of the pain. And it's not fun for you.
You must be in pain right now.
I'm in pain. Yeah, I'm in pain right now.
I was late on the joke.
It's all right. That's all right. That's exactly why, Gra, on Saturday I got as high as I could, so I wouldn't be in pain, and I wouldn't be, jumping the gun.
On a lighter note, we were having my half-brother and I were having a discussion with my mother, and she goes, "If I ever get too old where, that I can't get around, you guys don't put me in a nursing home." My little brother says, "Don't worry, Mom, we'll just smother you with a pillow."
Christy says it depends on if they're terminal and there's nothing that can be done for the person. I have chronic pain and there are days I can't get out of bed, but I'm not bad enough to end it. No, and that's what I mean. It has to be like a terminal thing. Like you're gonna die no matter what. Like if you're one of these people that they have to put you in a coma because you have seizures every 2 seconds. Do you really want to force somebody to be stuck in a coma for the rest of their life because they're gonna have seizures every 2 minutes?
I look at it as quality over quantity.
Yeah.
If the quality of your life is gone, what is out there? Yes, your family, yes, your kids, yes, your friends, they're there for you.
Yeah.
But what can you give back in return? I mean, it's not a life anymore. It's just existing.
Sure. And Sneaky Pete says it's one of the 10 commandments, though. God says we're not to kill, and I've always been told that killing yourself is the ultimate sin. And that's, in Catholic school, that's what I learned nonstop. If you commit suicide, you're going to hell. If you commit suicide, you are destroying God's gift. Number one gift that he gave you was life on earth. And I can see that, but that's why we're talking. This is a little bit different situation, though. I think if a doctor prescribes the medicine to do that for you, I don't know if that's considered suicide anymore.
Well, what if you take the medicine and you repent and you say, "I know what I've done is wrong and I can't take it back"? Would that negate it? Because obviously you can't take it back if you.
Yeah. I don't know, but here is the thing in Catholics, though, right? So maybe if you had your pastor there right with you, like if I had Father Fitzgerald sitting there with me when it happened, and the minute I took that drug, I could say, "Father Fitzgerald, I'm here for confession. It's been so many days since my last confession, and I just killed myself. I committed suicide." And then as long as the priest forgives you and he says, "Okay, do 20 Hail Marys," if you can do your 20 Hail Marys, Because that's the good thing about being Catholic. You can do you know, yeah, there's all these commandments, but if you go to confession, you get away with it. And Cosmic Squirrel says, I wouldn't trust the government. I wouldn't let the government make that decision. It has to be you.
Have to regulate everything.
Yeah, right. Why are you so quiet, Hope? Let me turn you up.
Yeah. Then again, I don't believe in hell, though.
Yes. Well, you don't, but I do.
Yeah.
And it would still be assisted suicide, regardless of whether it's, whether a priest is there or not, or you made the decision. It would still be a self-assisted suicide.
I understand. Well, what I was saying with the priest, though, is, like I said, as being Catholics, as long as we confess, that's like your mulligan, if you know what a mulligan is. So I was just saying, if I confess real quick to the pastor, like Father Fitzgerald or Monsignor McGrath, yes, I still remember the names of the fathers and the monsignors at Catholic school. Maybe it would be okay. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I mean, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, there's times when I'm in so much pain, I honestly, like, especially with like my bowel obstructions and stuff like that, I was like, man, take me now. Right?
I have a hard time grasping the concept of hell with an all-loving God. The only thing that I can conceive as hell is where we are now. Like, we all have to live our own personal hell. We have to grow up. We watch our friends die. We watch our parents die. We see suffering. We have to go with our own struggles, possibly addictions and things like that. So to me, in the way just my brain works, if there is a hell, we're already here and we can get ourselves out of hell.
Well,
there's a story in the Bible that talks about a guy who was horrible to this man who just wanted some help, and then this rich guy died and went to hell, and the guy's name is Lazarus, and he asked, when Lazarus died, he asked God to have Lazarus dip his finger in just a drip of water so he could feel some relief. So it's not here on earth, it's after.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, but then again, and this is the way I look at things, and forgive me for being ignorant of, the faith on a knowledgeable whole world view. But there are things back then that you couldn't explain to people without them, like, let's say, 20 BC or something, and you try to explain to them airplanes or skyscrapers or the internet or cell phones, the brain could not process. So you had to tell them in a way that their brains could be able to accept and understand. So, maybe that hell, fire and brimstone and eternal torture, there's more conceivable than, like, all the shit that you've been having to go through, like, in your life now. Like, keep doing it, and you're just gonna have to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You be a shitty person and you're living this shitty life, you're not happy, guess what? You're gonna have to keep doing it until you figure out how to be a fucking decent human being. You're just gonna keep coming back, and you're gonna have to keep watching your friends die, watching your parents die. Keep struggling, living like a piece of shit, being unhappy. And so that's, but then again, I kind of, linger towards this whole Buddhist and Baha'i stuff with the reincarnation, and just like, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you just keep coming back. And so if you just keep being a piece of shit, You know, the world's only getting worse. It's not getting better.
No. But, you know, I think you have to come here and live on this earth so that way you can respect heaven when you get there. Because if you just always lived in heaven, right, where everything's perfect and there's, you know, you're not going to respect it. Whereas if you have to go through life.
But then again, I also believe that we chose to come here to do something or to be something, to accomplish something. I don't think that we just came, you know, that we were just born and we don't know anything about the other side. I think we, in our, somewhere deep down, we know already what the other side is like.
Mm-hmm.
Our brain just can't handle it. I think this is why, like, children, like generally 3 years and younger, think there's a boogeyman under their bed. They see ghosts. They talk to things that are not there. They have invisible friends. I think it's because they are still very connected to the other side, and they haven't been programmed to say, hey, they're not there. And so I really think that we, as in the 6 people that are in here right now, we all make a conscious decision on the other side that we sit down with God and we're like, I'm ready for a promotion.
Turn your Carol's working.
You come down here and you're supposed to do that work to get that promotion.
Oh, it doesn't work on your phone. Never mind.
Does that make sense, Hope? At all? It does. I know you're very religious. Does that make sense to you at all?
It does in a way, but it says in Revelation that at the end that that the trees will sing and dance, meaning that we're not going somewhere else. We're not going up into the sky. We're not going anywhere else, because heaven is on earth and God's kingdom will be on earth when he comes to reign in the end. So that's that. So like Eddie's saying, like it will go, we'll go like to heaven. Like no, we won't. It will be here on earth because it's God's creation, and God's creation will be in the earth. So like the thought of recreation going on and on and on until you make amends, it doesn't fit into the Christian view, I guess, is what I'm thinking.
Right. Well, and then again, that ties back to scripture and having to relate concepts in a way that people could understand. But, and like I said, I know a lot of the things that I talk about seem like far-fetched to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Well, Christy says, no, I have to disagree with you on that one. We do not decide when or where we go and how we live as a child. To you, drunk uncle.
Drunk, I can relate to what you were talking about, and I'll try and make this quick. And and I only found the path just a few years ago, seen the light, wherever you want to say it. And my train of thought then, well, I'll put it this way: I had a friend of mine call that was a president of the bike club back in my day, and he's like, Kenny, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, not much. What's going on? And he's like, no, what's going on with you? I'm like, what do you mean, what's going on with me? And I've told Hope this story. He goes, you've changed. You're different. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, I want to know how you did that. He called me. He asked me. I didn't even try to solicit or whatever you want to call it, go out, and he said, explain to me how you made that decision. I said, well, and I kind of knew how he thought. And I said, it was this way. I said, I've always been the science guy, and I was always about how big the universe is. And the universe is actually so big, it's incomprehensible. No one's mind is big enough to realize how big and massive our universe is. There's more stars in our known universe than there are on every beach all the way around the world. That's pretty big. but nobody can comprehend that. And I told him I got to see and have the beauty of the universe, the nebulas and just the star, the creation and the death and everything in the universe. And I told him, I said, there had to be something beyond our known universe, and something, somebody, someone, something had to have created that. It could not be just an accident.
Yeah.
And that's when I came to that conclusion. And that was part of that. And along with other personal things that happened, deaths and stuff like that in my family. But that's what brought me to it. In the movie Contact, he was the preacher and she was the scientist, right? And they're having a drink or whatever. And she said,
good night, Christy.
Prove to me there's a God. I'm a scientist. Prove it to me.
Oh, Cosmic left us.
And he says, okay, he asked her, he says, do you love your father? Of course, her father was dead. And she said, yeah, I love my father. And he said, prove it to me. You see, so that was the key to me right there, just specifically that movie. Okay, end of story.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's see. Was I going to read something else?
What
Sneaky Pete says Earth is heaven.
That intrigued me that said Earth is heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the Earth can be heaven and hell, and there's about a line that's about 36 inches difference. I've read somewhere, this is a long time ago. I've read it multiple times. I looked into it, but I think we're all on like radio waves or wavelengths, and I've come to, and this is just what makes sense to me. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, but whatever makes you a better person, I think just roll with it. So we got life here, as we know on Earth, wavelength, and then heaven is here. But we'll pretend this is 36 inches. But literally, if we just move a different wavelength up, if we were able to, which possibly we do whenever we pass, that heaven is literally, in the same vicinity. And some people relate this back to the difference between ghosts and spirits. Like some people will have experiences with ghosts. Generally, I put ghosts into a category of, and I think this is very easy to understand, especially if you're a Christian. I think ghosts are people that refuse to walk into the light because they are scared of their judgment. Because they always say when you die, you have to walk into that light. You're not being sucked into the light. You have to walk into that light. But if you're a Christian and you are seriously contemplating what is going to happen when you walk into that light, a lot of people might choose not to walk into that light. And
a true Christian looks forward to walking into the light, Drunk.
Yeah.
Right. What as a Christian? As a Christian, they believe, but we all know that there's a lot of people that talk the talk but don't walk the walk.
Sure. There's this great old Western called Purgatory. Get a chance, check that out. It's a Western, and it's Purgatory, and it kind of gives you some entertainment and walks you through that. And it was a great show. Great show.
So there are stories of people that have encountered, you can talk to children or you can talk to people that may have this little bridge within the realities. If you encounter a ghost, the ghosts seem to move on the same plane that we do. However, and the ghosts are, generally ghosts are not here to harm you or anything like that. Then you have the spirits, and the spirits seem to be hovering. Their feet do not touch the ground. Those are the beings that you see that are from the other side, but literally they're just like kind of on the different higher wave. But in their world, they're. I feel like I'm not making sense.
No. I'm right there. I'm right there with you because, and I'll tell you this, I've never told this to anybody. I've never even thought about this or talked about it and didn't realize it till just now. Before I found the path, that's the way I like to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to remember the movie Ghost with what's her name and what's his name making the thing Ghost and the
Swayze,
little black
Demi Moore,
Demi Moore, and Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. And remember the little black blobs, little black ghost or whatever, they're running around in the background or whatever, that part of the movie. You remember that? I used to have dreams about those little ghosts running around in the house or wherever I was or wherever I was dreaming. I would see those little figures in my dreams.
Really?
And I haven't had that dream in years and years and years now. And I just now realized that from what you were talking about. So by you talking about the way you see and the way you feel about things brings realization to us also, or everybody, it makes you think about things that you completely, ignored or forgot about. At least it did for me.
I used to have a little, a blue devil that would come talk to me whenever I was under 3 years old, or no, I was under 5 years old. I know I had to be under 5 years old because that's when I left the house that I was at. But like, I have hardly any memories of being that young. But I remember vividly a little blue devil that would come and talk to me. And the reason, and they're like, a blue devil, what the fuck? So I grew up as a Duke fan. Duke Blue Devils. And so another thing is sometimes
one of the best college basketball teams.
I'm under the impression that whenever you're young and you are susceptible to the other side, but things still scare you. You're a child. You get afraid by things. I was comfortable with the Duke Blue Devil, because I grew up like, oh, the Blue Devil, blah blah blah. Even though it's just a wee little guy. Whoever wanted to come and talk to me had to present themselves in a way that was not shocking to me.
Your inner child stays with you your entire life. Trust me, I struggle with that little bastard every day of my life.
Yeah. But I would literally, he would be on my nightstand and talk to me. And sometimes I would get freaked out and then he just disappear. Like they'd sense, like I've had things like where, I remembered where I was really wanting to communicate with the other side. And I was doing a lot of reading on stuff on how to do this, that, or the other. And I was like, all right, I think I'm ready. And started, wanting to talk to some from the other side. And I felt this like huge wave of energy coming in. And then I realized, I was like, no, I am not ready. I don't want to do this. Like, all bets are off. Like, no, I'm sorry. I thought I was ready. And then it just kind of. And so you're asking them to come in, and then they're like, you sure? And they're like, yeah, I'm sure. And they come in, and you get there, and you feel their energy, and they're like, oh, no. I changed my mind. And they're like, all right. You're not ready. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know.
Devil with the blue dress.
It's interesting to hear your perspective because, I love hearing your perspective, because it's so different from mine, and
perspective is different than 98% of the people on the earth. I know this. I accept this. This is why I know that I sound crazy to a lot of people.
I mean, I've heard like pieces and parts of it before from other people as well, and then it's like so convicting to me as well, because like hearing what you say is Cosmic Squirrel says, was it a Smurf?
I had a crush on I had a crush on Smurfette when I was a kid. I did.
But then what I believe and what you believe is completely different from what Gra believes and what Eddie believes. You know, we're all different, but we all make, you know, such a fun and interesting group, and like we can talk about it and, you know, talk it out, and I love that. But from what I believe is like the ghosts or spirits, however you want to say it, because I use it interchangeably, I guess. But it's like pulling back the curtain of heaven, because they're on the same quote unquote plane with us, and you get glimpses into heaven, and could be, you know, relatives or whatever. I don't know about the blue Smurf, blue devil.
The devil.
Do you even know what Smurf? Do you know what Smurfs are?
I do. I used to watch Smurfs.
Who was your
I
favorite?
want to say something real quick about what Drunk said about the feeling this massive power, and I felt a massive power too, bro. And I felt a massive power back in my earlier days, the one that you're talking about, on more than one occasion. But the massive power that I found most recently was way, way more massive, more. I thought it was there. You can't, there's not a word, there's not a picture, there's not a description, there's nothing something that you can compare it to. There was nothing, you know, and that's all I can really say about that. I don't know how else to say anything else about it.
Yeah. And I wasn't on drugs when this happened.
No, me neither.
I was probably on alcohol and pot, but I wasn't on like hallucinogens or anything.
No, I wasn't. I mean, I was so many times, but what I was talking about, I wasn't stoned when that happened any of the times.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were doing mushrooms at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't do a lot of mushrooms. I did mostly straight LSD. Just saying.
Never tried.
I hated the after LSD. I only done LSD a few times, and I had to put that shit on the shelf real quick.
Right on.
Maybe back in the day it was different, but I tell you, man, I'd wake up from an LSD trip, and I feel like I was 80 years old. Like just.
Oh yeah. No, it was way different. But it was way a bit different back in the 60s, early 70s. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess.
Anyway, I don't want to get off on a drug trip talk.
No, but what you were talking about, girl, it's like to feel that power, like that brings you to your knees, and like the only thing you can do is like, you know, cry out to God. Like that's incredible. And
it did. It did. People thought I was passing out. You know, they're like grabbed a hold of me and tried to hold me up, and I was sitting down. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, to feel that power, I mean, it's incredible, and
it's just, you know, just the multitude of things, you know, takes your breath away as an example, and then brings you to your knees as another acronym. Just all of them, all put together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta say that the time that I've spent with you guys over the past 2 years. You know, if you would have taken me into a church 3 years ago, yeah, I'll sit there and, you know, I'll listen. But when they say to pray, you know, I maybe would lower my head, but I would not close my eyes. Sometimes I would just sit there and like stare the preacher right in the face. Like what? And
I get it.
And now, like, I don't know what's happened. You know, I'm still not fully on board, but you know, like I pray, you know, or I let's see, involve myself with the prayer. Like my professor in jujitsu, he's got, you know, he looks like he's just like a criminal, you know, as rough as he looks and as how tattooed he is, but he's got Bible thumper, you know, tattooed across his hand. And every time that I work with him, we pray before and after our sessions.
Right.
And our last session, like, I knew the prayer was coming, and I reached out and I grabbed his hand before he reached out and grabbed my hand.
See there? Wow. Yeah, whether everybody realizes it or not, God is working in everyone's life every day. And I was like you, Drunk, even though I felt that power and I had made this conscious decision to start going to church. I was resistant at first because I wasn't acclimated. I wasn't used to what they do in church. The only time I ever went to church growing up was either for a wedding or a funeral. That was it. And I realized, and I'd gone to a couple churches, and then I went. When you find your church, you'll know that you're in you'll know you're home. You'll feel at home. You'll feel comfort. You won't have any problem with. I volunteered to help pass around the plate or the little things of wine and the cracker. I helped volunteer to do that. But my particular church, I realized when I knew I was home or in the right place, the first time I went there, and it's non-denominational, the preacher says, well, you all realize we don't really have ushers, we have bouncers, because there was a whole lot of biker community didn't wear their colors, but they were passing the plate, or in our case, a little purple bag or whatever that's called. I don't know.
Crown Royal bag.
When he said we don't have ushers, we have bouncers, I knew that I was in the right place, and I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, whatever path you follow that makes you know that you're a good person and a better person, keep following it, and where it leads you, it'll lead you, I guess. I've come like full circle from being, Southern Baptist that went to church on Sundays, went to church on Wednesdays, went to Young Life on Tuesdays, only listened to like Christian music, to moving to where I was maybe about actually not too long before I started running around with you guys, to dabbling into Satanism, and then kind of spinning like almost like full circle back all the way around. I enjoyed. I respect my journey because it's my journey.
I know. Yeah, you nailed it right there.
Maybe I had to be on the spectrum of dabbling into Satanism, not believing in Satan, just actual Satanism. Like, we are animals.
Sure. We're not atheists.
This type of thing.
Everybody finds their place. Look at John Lennon, for example. He dabbled in all kinds of different religions before he finally settled where he felt like he was right. And it turned out to be, I forget exactly, what was it, like Hinduism or something? He followed the Ravi Shankar or Maharishi, whatever it was. I forget the guy's name. But so, yeah, you'll find your place, man.
Real
you
quick,
will.
Barack Obama, no, we're not atheists at all. We're, most of us in here are very Christian people in here, or Catholic.
Yeah, I was just looking at some footage. It looks like the 1776 camp over in, what is it, Benny Hill or whatever's the name of that place. They had a big storm. Bunker Hill. It looks like they had a big storm, blew it away.
Oh, wow.
Blew it all down. Didn't blow it away, but.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, guys.
Say that's biblical as well.
Yeah, I'm canceling Donnie's Bark Box just because it's too much. You don't get enough. And when they sent him all rainbow stuff last month, I wasn't very happy with it. So I'm looking for a new bark box. I was looking for subscription boxes. So for anybody that's married or dating and, maybe, you're like, man, what are we going to do? I found a cool box. It's called the Date Box Club. So it's a monthly subscription and it's a date night kit. It's fun and romantic activities. So it's kind of funny. Just so if you're a man and you're like, because I hated it. Every single time it was date night. Well, what do you want to do? Well, I don't know. Okay, well, what do you want to eat? I don't care. And it's so hard. It was so hard to get my wife.
The cop walks into he walks into her girl's jail cell, and it's time for, she's sentenced to death, and he's like, what would you like for your last meal? She's like, oh, I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah, right? Exactly. And then the worst part of all of it is later, it'll be months later and you're fighting and she's like, and you always choose where we fucking go to dinner and where we go on date nights. It's like, I ask you every time and you always tell me you don't know and you don't care. So here you guys go. It's a box that will do all the work for you. Girls don't need this. Girls are Hope. When you're dating or if do you have no trouble? I mean, well, she has board games. What am I at? Why am I even asking Hope? She's got her board games.
Actually, I've never been on a date.
You have never been on a date?
Nope.
Wow. Is that by choice or is that by just luck of the draw?
Luck of the draw.
Oh wow. Guys, all right. We're gonna get you a date, Hope. Who wants to go on a date with Hope?
Oh God. This is not a dating show.
Type in hotfireman.com, see what you can find.
There we go. Right? Actually, I was thinking about making a shirt for Hope. Because I know I've been saying I'm gonna make shirts. Hell, I was supposed to make drunk shirt like a year ago. But when we make a Hope for shirt, it's just gonna be Hope, and it's gonna say, "If you're not a fireman, don't talk to me," or something like that.
Those because my friends would want them as well.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Then we're gonna have to make these shirts. And what's funny is, because like the other night, I was talking about cats, and I miss my cat, and Hope was like, Eddie, I put a whole bunch of cat pictures for you in your Discord, and I go to my Discord, and it's half naked firemen holding cats.
I was trying to get Grella to stop sending pictures today, and I started sending him the fireman pictures, and it didn't work.
Oh, and well, speaking of pictures that are bad, that people we don't want to see. So last night we were all in Wizzy's chat room, talking, and somebody comes in, and there is a picture of Corinne that she took of herself, where you can't show it on our show because she is naked. But this person went and they covered up these two spots right here with like throw up emojis. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's creative. That's creative. Remember that, Graw? You saw that last night, Graw, right? The Corinne?
No, I tried to forget it, but you have to keep bringing it up.
Well, because, I've got a crush on Corinne. I'll be honest. I like 60-year-old women that are rude.
She was her and your little girlfriend, Anarchy Princess, were like going at it today.
Really? Oh, and I missed it?
Yeah, and Telepathy was there, and who else? The Squirrel Girl.
Oh, I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Anarchy Princess is cute. Maybe we could turn her... Maybe if I give her enough good loving, she could turn a new leaf and become a conservative.
You almost said maybe we can turn her over. I see what you did there.
I wasn't going that way, but I guess it worked out that way.
But yeah, she'd probably throw a fit if we played her footage. Can she do anything about it? Fuck it, play it.
Anarchy Princess? Yeah, we can play her footage. Is it on Corinne's or Anarchy's?
It's on Anarchy's.
Hey,
let me get you the right one because she did like 3 of them.
Okay, yeah, send it to me. Carol, you were privileged to get that picture just because I was sending it to everybody that day. At least I didn't send you the link to the actual website where you can watch the instructional videos she has. Let's put it that way. They're instruction. You know, she's instructing people how to do stuff. What's up, Lillian? I mean, what's up? I mean, good night, Lillian. Why did I say that? I'll send it, dude. I put it. So I'm in an all men streamer chat that likes to make fun of Corinne. So I actually posted the link in there, and I forgot that one weird girl was in there. And I told people, I'm like, you don't want to click on it. It's really gross, but if you click, but you can click on it. And weird girl clicked on it, and she's just like, oh my gosh, Eddie, why did I do that? And I forgot weird girl was in the chat with us. And same thing with Digga. Digga clicked on it too.
It's like posting a link and be like, confirmation that Nancy Pelosi's tits are fake. You're like, oh, I don't want to see this, but
Eric, since you don't have a phone, if you want to see it, I'll text it to your sister, and then she can show it to you. Eric, we got to get you on Discord, Eric. That's what we got to do.
And Paul.
Yeah, and Paul. Because we've had our sister. She came into our Discord chat one time. Teresa came in here.
I'm friends with her.
Yeah, you're friends with her?
Mm-hmm.
She's fun. The only... Wait, though, have you... She likes to drunk dial a lot, though. Does she ever drunk dial you?
No.
Oh, she
doesn't
drunk...
have my number.
She drunk dials me. Well, actually, the whole family does, because she'll drunk dial me, and she'll be like, "You want to talk to my brother?" And then she'll walk around the house, and I get that's how I've gotten to actually meet Eric and Paul, because she FaceTimes me when she's drunk, and then she hands the phone over to them, and I get to talk to them. I got to see their puppy, because Paul got his new puppy like 2 months ago. It's cool. It's fun. She's funny though. She makes me laugh, so it's okay for her to drunk dial me. I don't mind. I have a real bad problem with DUIs, drunk dialing. Oh yeah, when I start getting drunk, I start calling up all my exes. Hey, what's up, Master Angler? How you been? Long time no see. Oh yeah, you know how they're exes for a reason. I forget about that when I'm drunk. All goes out the window. I'll be drinking. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'll wake up the next morning with like text messages from like 10 of my ex-girlfriends, and I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta talk to them again.
I wake up to agreements that I've made with people that I don't remember making agreements with.
Really? Yeah, Gra, you made an agreement to sell me your house for $2. I mean, drunk, you made an agreement. I said Gra again, didn't I? Drunk, you made an agreement to sell me your house for $2.
Well, see, I do my drunk stuff through text. So, you show me proof.
Freaking.
But no, I'll text my professor at like 2 a.m. and be like, I need to work on this, and I need to do this, and this, that, or the other. And he's just like, okay. So, when are you going to be here? And I'm like, I don't remember sending that. I got plans.
See, I have two different stages. I'm either a really happy drunk and I flirt with every girl, or I'm a mean drunk and I want to fight. So I'm either texting girls trying to talk nice to them, or I'm texting my brother and calling him a fucking asshole and telling him what I feel about him. That's normally what happens. Like my brother.
That's what my dad's side of the family used to do. Like him and his brothers and sisters would never... They would get along until one of them would get drunk and call the other one and call him son of a bitch or something. You'd hear the stories. He called me son of a bitch at 11 o'clock at night. He was all drunk and telling me what he thought about me, and I ain't gonna talk to him no more.
Hey, wait a minute. We got some breaking stuff here. Hold on, wait a minute. So Eric has never been on a date. Hope has never. How far is it from Northwest Minnesota to where Hope is in Ohio? It's only what?
Far ways.
Really far ways? Well, how about you guys have a first date together?
Richard Hurst is asking if you're okay.
I'm fine, Richard. Thank you. You saw the video. Everybody's asking me, because you know why? Because Steve put I got assaulted. And, you got to get the people to come to the show, so you put assaulted when we all know it was just.
Well, technically it was. Technically, an assault could be somebody that just like jumped at you and like you flinched.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, that could be assault if you actually thought that they were going to strike you and you felt some sort type of way. That's why I don't get why they like assault. Like when we'll say,
I remember when assault used to be assault. Now all you have to do is touch somebody on the nose and it's freaking assault. Come on, man.
Right?
Yeah, man.
That's technically battery once you make physical contact. But I think in court cases they just kind of. It's like when you get you get caught with a speeding ticket and they reduce it to improper equipment. Or something.
Yeah, improper lane change. Eddie, over in your private DM Discord, the 25-minute mark sent you the link.
Okay.
This was today, round 3, and she's actually live right now. AP is.
Is she?
Thank you. Yeah.
And actually, Eric says he's in southern Minnesota. Minnesota. All right, let me see if I can. See, and everybody's like, Eddie, why do you like your iPhones? You want to know why? Because I just copied a link from my cell phone, and it's already on my computer, because they're all connected together.
Hurry up! Where are you?
Whoa, she's wearing like hardly anything. Oh, wait, you know what? Now I changed my mind. I have now changed this shot right here. It's all about the angles, right?
Do you have it on camera? Is it on?
Yeah, I'm going. It's on camera now. Okay, so look.
Okay.
Everything is about angles, folks. I used to think Anarchy Princess was cute. Now I look at this angle right here, and I just changed my mind.
Kind of looks like one of those little goats that's like.
So she no longer is cute to me anymore. And a lot of times what it is, girls and guys, if you're wearing a cute outfit, it makes you hot. And then you go from... Like, I saw a girl one day, and I totally fell in love with her because, like, oh, my God, look how hot she is. And then I saw her the next day, and I was like, why did I think that lady was super hot? Sometimes...
Wayne says, that's a dude. Wayne says, that is a dude.
Yeah, right? All right, you said the 25-minute mark? Okay.
Yeah, 25-minute mark.
I no longer... Once again, guys, I no longer think she's cute.
Had the same underwear on for 8 days, guys.
Did she just say she had the same underwear on for 8 days?
She said Corinne has.
Oh.
Corinne's had the same underwear on for 8 days, guys. Let's take a poll on how many inches.
I don't doubt it.
Poll on how many inches of crust Corinne has in her 8-day-old underwear. My chat wants to know: is it 3 inches of green crust or 7 inches?
You're an obsessed fan.
You
need to walk away.
Actually, I don't need to walk away.
6 feet social distance.
Well, guess what? That's not a law. 6 feet is not a law.
Yes.
6 feet is not a law.
Wait a minute. It's funny. So she's liberal, right? She's saying 6 foot's not a law, but I bet you about 3 months ago she's like 6 foot away. Right?
It's a gray t-shirt, Corinne.
That's Corinne. Yeah, she's gained a lot of weight.
Well, she gave up cigars.
Or stop doing coke.
Something.
I mean, good for her if she stopped doing coke, but Jesus Christ.
Sneaky Pete says we're living in a different world than we grew up in. Back then, men were men. Yes. But you know what?
Yeah, that's what I told
I got to say something, though. I got to say something. The women had a huge part in that, though. Right? I remember one time I'm walking in a store and there's a lady, and so I open up the door and I hold the door for the lady like you're supposed to do as a man. And this lady she's like, why are you holding the door open for me? I'm like, because, you're a woman and I was raised to hold the door open for a woman. She's like, well, I didn't fucking ask you to. It's like
you should have said, well, I didn't realize you was a bitch.
I should have, right? So, yeah.
I hold the door for anybody that's coming in close to behind me. I don't care if it's man, woman, or child. If I'm walking into a store and there's somebody within a few steps behind me, I always hold the door for them. I don't care.
I went to the store twice today. Both times as I was walking in, somebody was walking out and held the door open for me. And as I was walking out, both times I went to the store today, both times as I was walking out, somebody was walking in and I held the door open for them. It's just what you do.
Yeah. Well, like, I've actually had it to where people, they won't even look behind them anymore. And like, I'll be on my scooter, they'll open the door and I'll try and run in real quick and the door just, and you wonder why my scooter's always missing.
They don't have time for you.
Yeah.
They don't have time. Your clock is slower than theirs is. They've got things to do.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's that crazy crippled motherfucker.
If they don't acknowledge what I done for them, like 95% of the time, they say thank you, or like a nod or something like that. If I open the door for somebody and they don't say thank you or acknowledge, I just go, "You're welcome."
Oh yeah, I do that too.
Oh, I don't even do that.
So when my dad and I were in New York City in 2002, we went to the Empire State Building, but it wasn't open yet. So then we went to Starbucks, and my dad held the door open for me, my friend, and a few other people. Well, then we went back to the Empire State Building to get our tickets, and the lady at the ticket counter said, "I remember you. You held the door open for me at Starbucks today. I'm going to give you a discount."
Nice. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. But no, you know, when I met with women and holding the door open, there's these new women that think, oh, I don't need a man for anything. And so they think by us opening the door for them that it's rude, right? You know, I mean, in the old days, you know, when you had to walk and there was a lot of dips in the road and it would be raining, men would actually take their jacket off and put it over the puddle so a woman wouldn't have to walk through a puddle. And if you didn't, you were a jerk. If you did that for some of these ladies today, they'd be pissed.
Yeah, that was the definition of chauvinism back then. They used that, the coat on the mud puddle for the example for years and years.
Yeah. Are you saying chauvinism or
whichever one? Which one's the good one? I don't.
Yeah, chauvinism's the bad one. You're talking about. Why can't I say the name now? Now I can think of it. Chivalry.
Chivalry.
Thank you.
See there, dumbass Okie. You dumbass Okie. Chivalry. Yes.
I couldn't get that word out of my head now.
Be quiet, Hope. You're short.
All right, let's finish. Let's finish watching everybody's favorite streamer. You know, she's like Joe Biden. She's everybody's favorite. You know, everybody in America loves her.
6 feet is not a law. 6 feet is not a law.
You have to write that down. How do you spell chivalry?
6 feet away from somebody, a federal DC park law. Okay.
COVID wants to be 6 feet away from 6 feet social distance is the law.
It's not the law. You're really bad at this. You thought DC Metro should respond to a call here the other night when you say you witnessed me set the car on fire. But DC Metro doesn't come here because this is the mall. This is Federal Park Police. You live here right next to the White House, right? Or what? Actually, your boyfriend kicked you out, right? You want me to drop the address, Corinne? You want me to drop the name? Yeah. Go ahead. Anyway, you got kicked out. So you're a local DC native. So you.
It's her man of the week.
You were just staying with, like one of your pimps.
You're lying.
One of the guys
Give
you were
me my
staying
address.
with.
Let's hear my address.
Guys, put Corinne's address in the chat.
Yes, let's hear it.
Put it. It's coming, boo.
Let's hear it.
It's coming. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. But anyway, Corinne's a DC native, a local, and she doesn't even know the laws here. She Beverly Hills. Yeah. Okay. You're not even close.
Hold on, Gross. She's gonna put her address out there so you can go visit her.
Oh, guys, let me know if Corinne grew up in Beverly Hills. Fact check that.
What?
It looks like they're circling around each
other. They're doing the do-si-do. Yeah.
No, you remember that 70s show? You know how whenever they would get high, they would, spin the camera around? This is just like this is a really bad version of this with no weed. That's what this is.
Only I see the background moving to the left.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're doxing all these people here. Let's see. There's a lot of streamers there.
Yep.
I don't know who the guy is with the green mask. Never seen him before.
You have
I'll tell you.
children?
Let me
Yes.
think.
Oh,
Corinne's got a junky cell phone.
That's telepathy, dude. That's telepathy.
Is that? Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. So this is that.
Yeah, that's
okay, she thinks 6 feet.
Hold on.
Oh, guys, let me know. If
What's his
Corinne's
name?
okay.
Bro name? Tele what? What's his real name?
And I have
telescope.
That's Telescope. That's the guy who hides. Doesn't he always hide his face?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No, Chris has actually talked to him on camera.
Okay, so that's Telescope, and then the girl next to her, that's like. Oh wait, that's Bike Girl. Is that Bike Girl?
Yeah, Bike Girl's there. They're all there today. I had a phenomenal day.
No wonder Grosh showed us this video, because Bike Girl is. But where's her bike?
How was she quiet?
I know.
though,
I was
Paul?
disappointed.
I know she's quiet. The only reason I know it's Bike Girl is because I saw the helmet. I'm like, oh, that's Bike Girl.
Oh, she's maybe quiet right now. Just wait.
Oh, just wait. Okay, okay, I can't wait. Let's keep on watching this.
You're disgusting.
You have children?
Yes.
Oh, God,
Yes.
where are they? I haven't seen them
I
once
have
in 8
children.
days. Where are they?
I
haven't seen them once
Her children are with either her parents or the baby daddy, I bet.
since you've been here.
Oh, by the way, oh,
Corinne, yeah.
real quick,
Yeah,
guys, look in the
yeah.
chat. Somebody said that Corinne is that smelly fish that's laid on the beach for weeks rotting. Last night we talked about this. We were talking about stickers, and I said I need, I was kind of high, and I said I need to get a lick sticker, one of those lick on stickers or whatever for me. And I said, and then I'm gonna make Corinne stickers, and they're gonna be scratch and sniff, but they're gonna be a combination of old fish. Yes, Hope.
Hope. Tell Ed quit talking and put the stream back on.
You only want to spell because you like the women there.
Anyway, Corinne doesn't know the laws. She thinks you have to stay 6 feet away from people. It's
6
the
feet
law.
social distance is the emergency laws.
Is it really?
What's up, Finder, right?
Is there an emergency law that you have to
You're
be
a
6
stalker.
feet 6 feet away from people?
You're a major stalker. You're obsessed. You're an obsessed fan.
Corinne, you should see how many views I'm getting right now. People love this.
Oh my
It
gosh.
is such a meme.
You're talking about
What's up, Anna?
We get our
Great.
spots. I'm talking to bots, guys. Guys, Corinne's recording. She's not even live. And she says, look me up, Anarchy Princess. Guys, look me up, Anarchy Princess, and tell me if I'm talking to bots. That's how I had that clip
you
in
doing,
2 minutes
Anna?
when you said I wouldn't have a clip of me not setting the car on fire. And you said, you're not going to have a clip. And guess what? It's a viral video. Check out Lazy Gamer. Check out Lazy Gamer. He had that clip up in 2 minutes. Look how many followers and subscribers he has. He's internet famous. Guess who he's talking about? Me, not you. You're not even live. You're recording on your phone, and you probably don't have
Who
enough
cares
data
about
to
who's
be
more
saved.
famous?
She's getting saved by the flags again.
Isn't it
That's
great?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
who-
see that she proved it right there. All they care is about the numbers.
Yeah, right. When do we? You know what? I don't care about the numbers. Who cares?
No, I think we have 4 people watching this.
So what? We have fun. We have fun.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm
I don't do this for the money.
Okay, Hope, tell him to turn it back on.
And I think so. Corinne mentioned that when I was trolling her the other day, real quick, and then I'll hit play for Hope. I was trolling her, and she's like, "Eddie's a sellout. Eddie sold his video footage to HBO." I think she's just jealous that I was on HBO.
Right.
And I didn't. And I figured. You know what I figured? Every other fucking channel in the whole entire world was sharing my video for free, and HBO said, "Hey, if we pay you, can we use your footage?" And I was like, "Well, fuck, you're gonna use it anyway, so might as well take the money." So I took the money. It was a lot of money too.
They hide her behind the flags.
I think she's just jealous.
God, Jesus.
That guy I've seen before. Who's that guy?
Big D.
That's Big
Somebody
D.
DoorDash me an energy drink because I have.
I think. Don't quote me. I'm not. I can't keep track.
Oh,
of all
that's a good idea, Big D. You should ask for the sergeant. Go right up for it, guys. Big D's gonna ask for the sergeant. Ask for the watch commander. You should know that with all your experience with the police. Guys, there's so much content happening.
JJ is back in DC. Who is
Everyone's
JJ?
here. All the important people are here.
You'll see here in a minute.
Are you dead? No, that's not the dead guy. That's the dead guy. He seems to be alive, so he's okay. I was making sure he was alive. I saw him pass out twice in the same day. Huh? The guy in the front in the blue shirt and the black hat. He passed out twice in the same day. She might be able to keep up with me. She's really speedy. She runs a lot with
somebody else. Come on up.
Come on up.
What all? Oh yeah, that's right. Carol or PA Patriots working the concerts this week. She's gonna. Hey, jump in our Discord chat and you can share it.
Oh, do you know Officer Fatone when he got attacked and this guy with the sign saved him? This was her. She attacked Officer Fatone, and this guy, her name is Corinne Clifford, I believe.
Did Corinne really attack an Officer Fatone? I doubt it.
A police officer
Not that I know
who
of.
saved lives.
That's why we're in jail right now.
Corinne, she's calling her Corinne.
She has kids. Where have her kids been all week since she's been here?
She hangs out with pedophiles and she wants to promote this stuff.
Fanone, not Fatone. Fanone, is that how I'm saying it correct?
They're thinking of Joey Fatone.
Look at there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well.
Oh, I know. Well, let's show the viewers. This right here is zone 13. And it's nice they finally noticed where that's at.
Where their flags and
Where are we at? Where are we at? I think we're right here, aren't we?
What zone is it, 14?
Yeah, it's zone 14.
Yeah, and we actually are allowed to go right up to the grass by their stage, but...
And Santa
we're
tried to get me arrested.
antagonizing them. Yeah.
Santa tried to get me arrested for telling me he's a cult leader.
Oh, well, he admitted on my stream that he's a Proud Boy.
Yeah, he's a Proud Boy.
So what if they're a
lot
Proud
13
Boy?
is that little gravel walkway where their camper is set up. This is 14, this grassy, gigantic area all the way.
So, Gra, did you ever figure out who this bike girl is? Did we find her channel yet?
Actually, no, I haven't. But actually, AP called out her first name, and I think someone else said her second name, but I didn't really pay attention.
Okay.
Because I really don't care.
Is that a law? Is 6 feet a law?
They stand right there. Stop coming over to us. Go fuck off in zone 13.
Okay.
I just need you to stay over. Don't go over there because you guys. Yeah, I tried to wipe off though. I knew that wipe off.
So, is there more to this? You said that bike girl was going to start screaming a little bit.
Well, I'm scanning through trying to find it. I think it was towards the beginning of this. I'll find it for you and I'll give you a number.
My vape is dead, so I need to go get my other one.
Uh-oh, her vape is dead.
How fat and disgusting she is. Guys, I want to sing karaoke, but we can't have the speaker. Chud. Mima and microwave Joe Biden. Justin. Is that Justin? No, that's the old man. JK. The lady that called the cops on me in the blue dress that's had it on for 4 hole. Badminton. Volleyball. No, volleyball. Buffalo man on the scooter. I don't know this guy's name. He's been here a lot. And you beat her!
Yeah, Eddie, go back to 8 minutes.
8 minutes? Okay, hold on, wait. She's yelling at somebody now. Let's see who she's yelling at.
Yeah,
that's the lady that got arrested.
With a flashlight.
That's a security
Cheney
lady.
in the house.
Yeah, this was today.
Yeah.
This was today.
Yep.
Spider.
Yeah, it was today.
This is from Anarchy
I think
Princess.
someone sent me a picture of this guy. Who's he? He's been here a couple nights. He's got a tattoo on his neck, but it's
so 8
She
minutes.
verbally says she's doxing tag numbers while she's walking around doing that.
Really? So 8 minutes, you're saying 8 minutes. Okay, we're a
8
little...
minutes.
Who is JJ?
It is freedom with speech, butterflies.
Oh, you hear that whistle?
Yeah, Buffalo hasn't followed any girls around in the
Oh,
house
yeah.
so far that I know of. I think he got mouthy with me one day, but I wasn't about that.
Once again, I've
He
missed
is
the
dumb. He doesn't just
Who is
say
JJ?
Every time I hear that whistle, I get
I'm on the
a
corner
really weird Woody.
of 4th and Madison, Oreo. You
Oh.
know it, you fucking idiot.
Oh, it sounds like Oreo Express is in her freaking...
Isn't she gorgeous? Welcome Whistle Girl to the house and her beautiful
Oh, I guess I don't see his chat because maybe he blocked me.
Whistle Girl is an OG. She needs way more
Did I
credit
get
than
blocked?
she gets, y'all. Check her out.
Drunk Uncle got kicked out of his chat room like 4 or 5 times last night.
Revenge of Ricky Bobby.
Oh wait, I'm
Send
only
her
on top.
some money and maybe she'll give you her number. She does have way more energy. I thought I was hyped, but I need more energy. I need someone to do it.
I like those shoes.
Well, Gra, you're pregnant with her baby, right?
Everyone is.
I know men can get pregnant now, right?
Content.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Oh, here we go. She starts getting really hot right up in front of stage now.
Oh, does she?
Play.
Okay. Good. Hope says she's gonna go to bed. So good night, Hope. Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be the one to keep us in check, though? She left the chat room, or she left our voice chat already. Oh, Drunk Uncle's gonna keep us in check. Okay.
She's not on the gravel.
He's bringing his lawn chair.
I'm gonna get to Rose, don't worry.
Who is Rose? Is Rose the girl that got arrested? That's the security guard?
I was just talking about that, really? Yes. I said I don't want to vandalize it, just writing on
Whoa,
there.
who's that girl? She had a nice little body.
Sorry. Okay, yes. Guys, somebody bought me a star on the Wyckoff's camper. Thank you, whoever did that.
Here she comes.
Here's your whistle girl, Gra.
There she is.
If you guys don't know, Gra's in love with Whistle Girl. Or Bike Girl.
Can we stand on the grass? Just not on the
What's not to love, right?
She's hot, Gra. She's got them sexy tattoos, you know? I don't know.
Like I know some shit's about to go down.
This event, I don't know what this is just a 1776. Every day they do like a, every day they talk on stage, right, Gra? Is that what they do?
No, this is the first time they've actually been on stage in a while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that shows you how much I watch this. I really don't watch it.
Right.
I was at the doctor all day. Plus, I stopped watching. I'm not going to lie. I stopped watching this stuff a while ago. I only started watching it again just because of the drama, because I'm like everybody else here. I like the Jerry moments, and I want to see the fights.
And I just scan through it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm hanging on every word. I just see what's going on today.
Oh, we do though.
Like,
sometimes we go in like the other people's chat. Like, what's that? Defender Advance. We'll go in there and there's just talk shit throughout his whole entire chat.
Well, now he's got moderators now. Remember I told you? Let's see how long he tries to get along without moderators.
Oh, he does now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, he's got mods now.
I gotcha. Okay. All right, I'll play it. I'll stop stopping it, Hope. Sneaky Pete, it would be Fucking.
Hang around, it's only gonna get better, guys. Santa.
Is that in this video right now, Teledope?
His actual alias on his arrest, or whatever you call it, is Big Daddy.
This fast. Oh wait, here comes Corinne again. Here comes your other girlfriend, Gra.
See, the cop even laughed. The Big Daddy cool pop. He's cool. I like him. Josh is gonna
Here she goes. Here she goes.
because he's being nice to us. He's cool. Check out Josh Freeman. So we can go on the grass.
We can go anywhere on the grass.
I just don't want to torment these poor cops. Us just walking on the grass, especially if I walk on the grass, it's gonna.
Wait a minute. She doesn't want to torment the poor cops, but the other day
$500.
she was talking shit to him.
Split it. And my cover was almost.
Uh-oh. Does Chris know that he's dating with Corinne now?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't know, Teledope.
We can't use my phone, but for the music. You got
play copyright music.
It's messed up, so you can't pull it up here or it's going to mess it up.
You got timed out on the Weather Channel?
Stay back in this area, it sounds like.
How do you get timed out on the Weather Channel? I'm sorry they did that, Anna.
Guys, Dustin brings his dog in the porta potty with him, by the way.
What's wrong with that?
Figure this girl out.
Just say it.
She's been with like a couple of them. I've been paying attention to her.
Oh, I wish that was
It's treacherous pedophile! This guy needs a denture!
God bless you guys.
Here we go.
It's treacherous pedophile!
Everybody on your feet, take your hats off, please.
They're not very good trolls, are they?
Take your hat off, Sparrow.
I know, right?
It's like, Lizzie, you better put your hand on your
Sparrow's
heart!
not taking his hat off. He's not
And then
a
I'm
true
going to
patriot.
go into the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're going to
That's
do
what I
our
was trying to
national
say.
anthem as well.
$500 and me and Whistle
All
Girl
right,
will go stand right
Father
now.
God,
We'll
thank
split
you
it.
for this wonderful day.
Hurry up,
Thank
hurry
you
up.
for the sun shining bright. Thank you for every good work.
Satan, you must
Every
command
single
Send me
one
the
of
Satan,
us,
Satan,
Lord
Satan,
God.
Satan, Satan.
Continue to change the minds of the unbelievers so that and get them to see that we are of peace, love, and prosperity, and we actually have a common goal. And Lord God, help people who are so hateful with every single aspect of their life, Lord God, because we know that it's the demon inside them, Lord God. We also pray for the peace of this nation, the peace of this world. Let the world understand that we...
Drunk Uncle, did you just call Graw's girlfriend a whore?
Including this lovely lady with
I know, right?
Lord God, please save this world. Amen.
Anna, were you asking like seriously? Because if you really want to know, you got to watch From Coast to Coast with Art Bell. He's dead now, but Art Bell will tell you all about chemtrails.
To the lesbians, to the bisexuals.
With liberty and justice
You are
for
amazing
all.
warriors.
Oh, her name's Jessica. They just said Jessica.
Nice pride.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So I think Jessica is Whistle Girl's first name.
It's 1 arm distance. You have 1 arm. You're harassing. It's 1 arm distance. You have 1 arm.
All right, I gotta take my hat off. Gosh darn it. If Corinne was a patriot, real quick, guys, look, I'm not even there. It's a replay. I'm taking off my fucking hat and putting my heart on my chest because they're singing the national anthem. If Corinne was a patriot and not worried about money, she would not be filming this right now. She would be turning around and taking her hat off. Am I wrong or am I wrong?
Yeah, that's right. Looking at that flag.
Right?
I guess, right? Yeah.
Because Corinne does not have to be right there. Corinne could be anywhere else. She could walk away. Like the other day, I was on the other side of the park, and I could barely hear the national anthem. But if you noticed, I stopped talking on my stream. I took off my hat, and I put the camera towards the flag that was on the back of the truck in front of me.
But once again, Eddie, and I'm not defending Corinne, don't get me wrong. I think it's a choice. I think if she's an activist and a part of this movement, absolutely stop what you're doing, take your hat off, salute the flag, put your hand over your heart.
Right.
If you're there just simply to document anything and everything that happens, obviously you should slow down a little bit, maybe keep your camera in one place or whatever. But there's a little bit of action going on too, so she's trying to cover that. And like I said, I'm not trying to, cover for her or whatever. But I think there's a fine line there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're part of the movement and you're an activist, damn right, stop, take your hat off, and do right that. But if you're there truly as a girl with a camera, a guy with a camera, a photojournalist, or whatever, that's different. And you still have the choice.
Yeah.
I myself would stop, no matter what's going on. I myself would stop. But that's just me. It's just me.
And I get that because, I went to school for journalism, right? And when the national anthem's going off, yes, they do film it and stuff like that. And I can respect her filming the action, but shut the fuck up at least so we don't have to hear, because Corinne's talking back to her. Yeah. Just stay quiet and just listen to the national anthem. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, when you do that, you become part of the problem, not the solution.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right, let's get back to it. Here we go. Should be back on your guys' screen now.
At the twilight's last gleaming
You're not even live. You're recording. Corinne isn't even live. She's recording. She doesn't even have viewers. Oh, you moved. What a good view.
We're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red.
I wasn't sure. Santa may have flipped her off right there, but I don't think so.
I don't know. I didn't. I missed it.
It doesn't look like what?
See, look at this streamer. He's streaming, but he's got his hat in his hand above his heart.
Yep.
I can respect that guy. As I'm talking during it right now.
In this group, and they also have children. So these guys have been doing this for a long time, but they've been different directions in this group. A lot of them. He's a proud boy. Look up Taylor Toronto, that man in the green. He claims he was there when Ashley Babbitt died. He was there while she was still alive and gasping.
And what's wrong with being a Proud Boy?
And he police officer actually killed himself.
What's wrong with being a Proud Boy?
Taylor Toronto in the green. This Santa is
Not a damn thing.
See, they keep asking in their chat, what is Jessica's last name? That's gotta be Whistle Girl.
He is an admitted January 6er.
Oh, listen to this whistle start going now.
I
Watch
didn't
this.
get a warning. I walked away.
Let me talk to them, and then I'll come back and talk to you. Talk to me because I want a sergeant out here. I would like one out here.
Call the commander on watch, Joe.
I see it on live. He goes to the cops like every 10 minutes.
Hang on, this is important.
I gotta go somewhere real quick. Request made on camera. Do you have the request made on camera?
Okay, got it.
Okay, can you pull up that video when they've been warned? It's not applying the law.
Nobody was warned. I literally walked away. Guys, watch my stream. Nobody warned me. I literally walked away. Excuse me, did you warn me?
Oh my God.
Quiet for a minute and let the officer speak. Stop talking and let the officer speak. Did you warn me to walk away from there?
I mean, like, look, they've been warned.
I walked away on my own. I was not warned. Was I warned?
The law applies to everybody.
Was I warned? Everyone watching my stream, all the streams, tell me where I was warned. Show me where I was warned. Show me where he spoke to me even at all.
Let me talk to you on this. I can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Inciting a riot.
All right, this is how it is, okay?
They're all just starting to sound like liberals. Is it me, or
When they have a permit,
is all of them
It's
starting
like-
to sound like liberals?
I know it's almost like the Kardashians at this point, you know.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to interfere with what they're doing. So
The one with the shriek is giving you a headache.
people getting upset.
Isn't that what counter-protesting is, though?
Yeah, I understand that. But you get really close. That's why we give you a distance from where you safely.
Right, but we were told we couldn't be anywhere on the grass.
Yeah, see now she's talking to the cops, so she's just showing the ground. That's pretty much it. That whole thing.
Okay.
That she wanted to get a shot of those legs.
No, I don't want to see Bike Girl's legs. Let's see, so nothing else happens on her stream today.
No, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. Okay. What about
As far as I know.
who else was?
Eddie,
Yes.
I just realized that I'm getting muscle.
Hold on.
I done this.
Let me go. Holy shit! Hold on. Let's put that on screen because you aren't on screen right now. Drunk Uncle is getting some muscles.
I never
Very
noticed
nice.
So like just now, like I got an actual bulge.
Look at that! Holy shit! Pretty soon, Drunk Uncle is going to be stronger than me.
I bet this arm's not as.
It's not as strong. Which arm do you jack off with? Is that what you're trying to
This
say?
one. I knew that joke would be coming. As soon as I realized. But yeah, so this must be the arm that I yank with. Oh, hey, yeah, no, the double entendre.
Well, like when when you work in the restaurant business, well, you used to. When you're a waitress or a waiter or something like that, you would always carry stuff with your bad hand, your weak hand. And the reason why is because you could catch it if it was falling. And it built up your weak hand. So I'd always carry stuff in my left hand so you could catch it with your right hand because you're more coordinated with your good hand. Defender of Ants is live. Okay, well, I was gonna look up Corinne real quick. Let's see if Corinne's point of view from this.
I don't think Corinne's live.
But I mean, today, let's see what she was live.
Oh.
Let's see. No, all her videos are taken down. Oh, by the way, you know the video that got taken down on Saturday off of YouTube? I found out it's actually on Facebook still. So if you guys want to see it, let's see. Shit, Anarchy. Let's see what Anarchy Princess did. She do anything else today?
Yeah, but there's nothing really much in it. I scanned through it, so
yeah. Okay,
Defender
so
Ranch is he's just driving in the rain. There's nothing there to see.
Okay, nothing to see.
Mosquito bite, Sneaky Pete. It's like right there.
Defender of Ants is live. Let's see. What does Sneaky Pete say? Looks like he got a mosquito bite.
He's got a mosquito bite. And I was like, actually, I do. It's like right there.
I got a couple of bulges, but I'm not going to show them.
Oh, hey.
Whoa, where are your bulges at? Like the girls earlier when they're like, oh, I want to see what the Oreo shirt looks like. So I showed it to them, and these two ladies in our Discord, or actually it's in Graw's Discord, they're like, but I don't want his boobs or his face on my boobs. And I was like, what about my face? And they just started laughing. You know me. I like to start trouble. Right? Oh, he just loves those freaking glasses, doesn't he? Oh, this is not live. Did I go to the wrong one?
That's not live. That's not live.
No.
He's in the middle of a rainstorm.
He's in the middle of a rainstorm.
Team Suicide Squad.
Well, Telescope is in there. Is in his chat room.
Very relaxing.
Oh, is he? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Brett Boyle's in it. Brett Boyle's always sending
We'll
us.
be watching. We might be back. Scoot Tifa. Tifa. Shout out to Santa's, the spokesman for Santa's.
The Revenge of Ricky
I love
Bobby.
him,
Who
man.
is that guy?
I'm
He's
so glad
top.
I met ya.
I see him a lot too.
And just to refresh your memory, you were asking who JJ is. JJ is Jersey J.
Okay.
He was initially way back in the Hagerstown when it all first went down.
I gotcha. How long has he been live for? He's been live for a while. Let's see what happened earlier today.
Yeah. If it's squirrel and. Okay. I didn't...
So now this guy got kicked out, right?
I remember how I felt, man, and how upset I was at that man for taking over like that.
Yeah.
And how many people were coming to me, and women,
Yeah,
and saying, these people he's putting in charge, that we don't even know if they're in charge, they make us uncomfortable. Like,
Does anybody know who this lady is?
we're worried about that.
No
man. You know
idea.
what? I went up to him and he lied to me. He lied to me.
Drunk
I went
Anna
to
says
David
you
and
need to
said,
get
"Oh,
some
David,
hand grips and use them
Two
constantly.
women came up and told me they tried to talk to him, and that they felt he just kind of put him to the side, and they thought maybe because of my mouth I would stand up. You know,
Did D
and 'cause I
show
was,
up? You know, I can't see
somebody
D's
who was
chat
one
ever.
of his lieutenants.
I think D blocked stream.
This is not the Handmaid's
I
Tale.
honestly think D blocked restream chat.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They cannot handle me. I eat men like this with my Rice Krispies. Let's just put it that way.
Special K.
I shit things bigger than Oreo.
Oh shit! Did you just hear that lady?
I don't shit in the
Oh, you guys can't see it? Oh, I'm sorry. This lady just said, I shit things bigger than Oreo.
No problem.
What's your channel, Lori? Where are you streaming? Facebook, YouTube?
Hold on. Let me back it up.
Oh, you.
They cannot handle me.
Oh, okay. I have heard her name too. What is her name? I forget.
She's going to say it in a second. They called her Lori.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute.
Here, listen to this.
Dude.
This is not the Handmaid's Tale.
Dude, none of the men here could handle me. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They cannot handle me. I eat men like this.
All right, Lori Arnold.
Lori Arnold? Okay. Hold on one second, because I think you just talked right over again where she said I eat Oreo. Hold on.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They cannot handle me. I eat men like this with my Rice Krispies. Let's just put it that way.
Special K.
I shit things bigger than Oreo.
Did you hear? I shit things bigger than Oreo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not stinkier.
Do you
bigger.
do you shit in a bucket?
I don't shit in a bucket though. I don't.
Oreo's a lot smaller in real life.
I don't.
He's very
Dude, I
He's
will
very
admit
tiny.
to peeing in a cup. No problem.
What's your channel, Lori? Where are you streaming? Facebook, YouTube?
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah.
And where are you at or like where were?
So I was visiting a friend in Texas. I'm from Indiana.
Oh, you're from Indiana.
So I was
Okay, let's see what happened to him today. He normally likes starting shit.
Are these the hand grips somebody was talking about?
Hold on, let me put it on screen. Shit.
Oh, Fat Joe, just eat another burrito. Joe.
I don't think that's what she's talking about.
The pedals got to go. The pedals got to go. David Riddell
used to feel my finger.
Oh, do you?
Well, you remember my finger was all jacked up for a couple months?
Oh, yeah.
Like I had to get these. I think I put them over over the top. But yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, this guy's just driving.
I've had grown men.
Nothing's going on. Anything else interesting happened today over there, Grodd? Did you watch anything else that happened interesting over there?
Not really. Like I said, I just scanned through it. That was probably from what I found, that was probably the best interaction of the day. There may have been more, but I'm like you. I'm kind of over it, you know?
Yeah.
Moved on.
Oh, wait a minute. Or Wizzy's doing from the Huntington Beach protest. I wonder if this is the one where I was there.
Yeah, this is probably where he redone it, where you can see it real good in high def.
Real shit show now.
Yeah, this is where they attacked the preacher, I think. There was a preacher there that had, is this his 360 camera? No.
Is this a while back? This was a while back.
This is when I got in that fight. Remember when I got in that fight?
Right.
So this is, they went after, it was a preacher, so they attacked a preacher.
Hey, did you guys see the guy with the white power on tattooed on the back of his leg wearing the gray hat? The actual Klansman? You missed it. Hey, no. There you got him? He's here. He's got a gray hat on and a white pointy beard. You'll find him. That's helping out a team there. They're all riled up about a guy who shot at.
This right where he at is where I started to fight with those guys.
What is the difference between the two sides? There is no two sides. There's just a bunch of people out here that it's hard to say. There's no.
Let's see. Let's see if he. Oh, I'm trying to remember what happened here.
You don't want to give me a ticket? That's perfect.
Somebody is taken down right here. I just saw it. I thought I saw somebody get taken down.
Don't touch her! Right.
There we go.
Direct violation of Penal Code 149. What is he doing? Direct violation of Penal Code 149, excessive force.
Oh, you guys see me a few times?
Penal Code California 149. You know, California Penal Code 149, Section BC. Pop and club go hand in hand. Fuck the police. ACAB.
Alright, let's fast forward. Let's see what else is going on.
Alright, well, party people, it's getting close to my
Yeah,
night
I'm gonna
time.
get going too pretty soon because it's 9 o'clock already. But yeah, see, look at this guy. Here's a National Lawyers Guild with the green hat.
If you're gonna shut down soon, I'll hang out for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
shut
fast
down.
forward through this real quick. Richard, this is from Huntington Beach. This was last year, so it was after January 6th, but it was last year. I'm just kind of scanning through, just seeing. Ooh, she's kind of cute. But you should see me and Eva's gonna be there.
Podcast MySpace. This is our space. In every avenue. There was a day.
I was somewhere right there when he was filming that right there.
Shepherd. A mini Australian Shepherd.
Oh, look at the puppy.
I have a mini spice.
Oh, nice.
Now you're gonna be bored, Carol? How late are you working? I should be somewhere in this shot. Oh, there I am right there. There I am right there. Look, see right there in front of Chris? Right there. Right in the middle. Look at the speaker on the ground and you'll see a red scooter and that's me. I knew I was right there.
Person, a journalist that wrote about police brutality. Don't come back to
Sorry, I'm answering a question over there.
Let's go get in the middle of this.
All right, let's see.
That's what we're dealing with.
I'm not Jolly.
Is WYSIWYG still doing the trucker thing?
No, he came back home.
No.
Or he's got family stuff that he's doing right now. Is actually what he said he's doing. So I don't know if he's home or not.
Each have a coat and was slightly sort of, you know.
So where he's standing at, that's the corner where I actually got in a fight.
Good talking to you. Thank you very much.
I think he got a better shot of when they had one actual white pride guy there. It's like right here. Maybe it's right here.
This guy here, he's got a back to blue shirt on. And he's
No, I've never seen that. Anybody super flexible get out of cuffs.
never been.
Oh, here.
Think in that one. Think. However, I do know the guy.
Thank you for subscribing, Sander.
Slipped his hand out of handcuffs.
Really?
Yeah.
See, right about now, right after this happened, some blonde girl. Oh, see, there I am right there. There I am right there. Chris is right behind me now. Chris is actually standing behind me. I couldn't get in there.
He was super drunk.
Really?
I guess you would need to dislocate your own thumb to get your hand out of handcuffs.
Yeah. This so there, right after this, some lady came up to me and she's like, it's Eddie. It's the January 6th guy. He's an insurrectionist. This was basically me and Chris around a whole bunch of Antifa. Oh, and look, there's everybody's favorite guy. All grass, no brakes, and a dumbass. What is that guy's name? From All Gas, No Brakes?
Pussy?
Might be it. Yeah, there was a guy with a Trump flag and a religion flag, and they attacked him. From what I remember. Let's see if they show my fight. Oh no, Chris wasn't there, was he? He was on the other side.
That guy with the white power on, tattooed on the back of his leg, wearing the gray hat.
Anyways.
So it's CJ's doing his thing, man. I'm doing my thing. If you guys want us to all have a conversation at some point, maybe we will. But now's not that time.
There you go. All right, guys. You know what? I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've been at the doctor's office all day. I gotta get up early. Drunk's gotta go to work. Graw's gonna go. I don't know what Graw's gonna do. Graw's gonna do what?
No,
he
man.
does.
What do you think, man? I had a good dinner. I'm surprised I'm still awake, man.
Graw's gonna go take a nap.
Yeah.
I gotta go feed all these dogs. I went and bought new dog food today, so I gotta go pick that out so I can feed these dogs.
Right on.
But thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Drunk. Thank you, Graw. Thank you, Helen. She came in. PA Patriots in the house, even though she's working. She's gonna restream. She's gonna stream for us some concerts sometime soon. And
wow, cool. Yes, that would be a nice change, wouldn't it? That'd be great.
Drunk, the dude is actually what would be nice for a change?
Some concerts.
Oh, some concerts, yeah, right. And I didn't do it last Saturday or Sunday. I told everybody I would. So this Sunday we're gonna do some karaoke on Twitch. Oh no, we can do it on YouTube because it's karaoke, huh? So we're gonna do karaoke.
Yeah, I think Hope's gonna host. And Hope gonna host.
Yeah, Hope can host it, right? And we learned something new about today, guys. So Hope has never been on a date. If there's any man out there that has a crush on Hope, or if you even have a mini crush on Hope, send me an email, and we'll see if maybe we can put Hope on her first date. But you have to get vetted by you have to pass.
It's not going to be that easy.
Oh, I know.
Whoever it is going to have to meet approval of the panel.
Yeah, that's where I was going. You're going to have to get vetted by me and Graw and Drunk Uncle. And Carol. Right, Carol? Carol says, if anybody fucks with my friend Hope, I'm going to kick their ass. I already know Carol. That's what she's probably saying. She's a security guard. She'll put you down. And then Drunk will do jujitsu on you, too.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Drunk, did you figure out a new goodbye yet?
I did, but I already forgot it.
Drugs are bad.
I came up with a good one, and then, I was, 2 minutes ago, I was like, what was it? Ah, fuck.
Gotta write it down. You gotta write it down.
Keep smoking that shit. Keep smoking that shit, Drunk.
Eddie, you said something about me working on my Aussie impression. You sent me a text about something about you need to work on your Aussie impression.
That was like a week or two ago. We were gonna do something about I wanted you to pretend to be Aussie for something. What was it? I forget what it was now.
Sharon.
No.
Sharon.
We were doing something on our court show, and I tried to do an Aussie impression, and I couldn't do it. So I was like, "We got to get Drunk Uncle to do an Aussie impression for us." And I texted him, and then we forgot. I got a bad memory.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Good night.
Good night, chat, everybody.
Good night, Eric. We'll see you guys tomorrow for court. We'll see you for tomorrow for court. And it's, we've got a couple days of some weekend court, so it's going to be good ones. And I think our favorite judge is on one of them, so. This is my courtroom, motherfucker. You know I'm ghetto. I will fuck you up.
Good night, Cosmic Squirrel.
Good night, Cosmic Squirrel. Good night, Eric.
Find the right passion.
And I find the right passion. And I'm surprised. I thought we were going to have some more trolls in here tonight, but we really didn't. So good.
I did too.
Yeah.
I think YouTube's giving us a really hard time, and we're not the only one. The first in the stream, there was over 100 people in here. And then when it dropped out and came back, there was 20. It's like we're getting throttles, right?
Oh, we are.
Someone's going to